Let's do this. Yeah. Sorry, let me get my dumpy out of the way, as Chris would put it.
Big Bad Dumpy. Anyway.
We're back.
Hello, we're back.
We're back.
Don't body shame me. I am as McDonald's made me.
Exactly. I'm shaming that. But anyway, we are back with Ties That Bind. Last we left off, the party had a bit of drama, going through the woods, more drama. They met a bunny. More drama ensued.
Not the bunny's fault.
Not the bunny's fault. The bunny is just there. They found their way into a caravan of Vistani who have invited them to stay and also to meet with their patron. Or, not their patron, their matron. I am very sorry. Because, yes.
She's a patron.
She's a matron.
Patron.
But also, like, Vistani all have matrons. They're a matriarch. But, you wake up the next day, you don't wake up, you see the Vistani just at the crack of dawn start to stir and start to cook.
Bless you.
You okay? You good?
So, it's just the Rona. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
It's Uncle Ronnie on stream. Or Cousin Ronnie. Sorry, Cousin Ronnie on stream.
Cousin Miranda?
But, y'all smell just so many succulent smells coming out into the air as you wake up.
Aloe?
I
Cactus?
would like to go and actually help them with the cooking and/or dishes and/or whatever needs doing.
As you get over there, you see some people. As you see some people cooking, you see some other people start to. They have like a fiddle and they start to mess around with it, and people are just starting to like.
So they start playing music?
They start rousing up. Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out of a bag a set of spoons and start.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Oh shit! Oh, that's a +0, everybody.
Come on.
Fuck it up.
Oh, my boy will. That's 5.
You are so fucking offbeat, and you bend one, and you see the girl with this. She's like, "You're trying, sweetheart. It's okay."
Is it like in the movie The Jerk? Like, well,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, you're like.
God, I got white people rhythm, and I'm a rabbit.
But as you wake up, you smell a complex amount of. This is not really the music for
What?
it.
Whoa.
You smell boss battle music.
Why is this intense?
It's because of the spoons.
The spoons are the big bad evil guy. No.
They just leave from my head. You cannot play us with no rhythm, little rabbit.
And as you start to join in helping them with the cooking and everything, and they're cooking a lot of different things. You see people, they're doing eggs, different types, sunny side up, fried, scrambling them. You see a wide selection of cheeses. Like, they are just, you see, like,
we all need a little more cheese so we don't have to poop in the Elden Wall.
They are, you see an old man, like, taking, like, a wheel and cutting it off, and this dude looks like he's, like, 150. And he's just sitting there, like, it's simple work, but it's something. And
it
then
should be noted that Vipera really doesn't have a concept of aging other beings because she herself is so old.
Good job, grandfather!
To be fair, if you rolled pretty well for the Vistani, right?
It was a 16.
You would know that their concept of aging is pretty fuzzy as well.
Who was jamming?
Not me.
There was a Muzak.
You see above the fire, you see this large Vistani, like 6'5", like big beefy, and he has like
That's his name.
My name is Big Beefy. I have no shirt on, and despite the fact it's like 40 degrees.
The ears are just fanning.
You see him, like, he was heating up a pan, and then you see him throw some cherry tomatoes in there, still on the vine, just sort of in oil. And then you see
This
a
is the part of
woman.
the game where Chris tries to get us all hungry with food for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you see one woman that is cooking fried sweet rolls. So she's rolling them up, throwing the batter into some oil, and then taking them out. As soon as they take out, she puts some powdered sugar on top, and then she puts some jam on top.
Yeah, we got business.
This is all nice
And
all.
also, you see someone, and as they're cooking this, and as y'all are walking around, they're like, "Here you go," and they're just like piling this fucking plate up with just like eggs and beans and sausage and just all sorts of things, and it looks like greasy spoon food, but you're like looking at it, it's like, this looks
Good.
it's like. It's
Remember
like
the last 3 days in my world, everybody.
yeah, you're kind of thinking about that. It's like
The last time we were treated well, they wanted to get us to sacrificial.
The rabbit is just going to fucking town.
I'm assuming the rabbit's not eating the eggs or the
The
bacon,
rabbit would eat the eggs.
but not the bacon or sausage.
Would not have taken the bacon or sausage.
Okay.
Snatches it, just looks at it like,
If they offered it, no, sorry, I cannot accept that.
Okay. It
I'm
is
not
fine.
quite vegan. I'm more like Egan.
Would you like some cheese and tomatoes?
Oh yes!
Here you go. Here you go.
We're gonna
Eat
call this eggs Bunedict.
Oh, eat up, hun. You look like you need it. Here you go.
As I'm walking around, with like I'm assuming I'm walking around toting plates as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean over to Jolan and say, "Let's let him fatten up the rabbit first."
That's fucked up.
You did this to
And
us.
as y'all are
I
going
did
around,
nothing.
y'all are getting food, and you see like kids running around, and you see like. At first, you saw the woman with the violin start. Then you see someone else after they eat and have some coffee. By the way, there is coffee too.
What is coffee?
what is coffee?
No,
I
are
didn't
we
know
all
this
like,
like
what is
water.
coffee?
You're gonna want this. You're gonna want this.
After you see a couple of people have their food and have their
I don't think
drinks,
it's gonna improve your
they
situation at all.
start joining in, and then as the hour goes on, you see more people start joining in on the music. You see more people dancing. You see the kids start playing. It's actually kind of a jovial atmosphere going on right now, and you see Vlastrit's kids start to stir and start to run around.
1, 2, 3. Well, that might be 5, 6.
And you see Vlastrit like, "Look, be careful, not around the fire." Oh, jeez.
So this is a big caravan then.
It's at least 15 carts, as you can see.
Humble, do you wish for them not to be near the fire?
Well, they're fine. They just need to know the fire bad. You
I
know?
will then do a Haragon ability. I'm going to jump. Let's see. I can hop 5 times my proficiency. I just jump 15 feet straight in the air and spin, and then come back down while still eating.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Haragon ability of just jumping.
Oh, it's just
Yeah, it just
Yeah,
happens.
it's just I can jump 5 times my proficiency bonus.
okay. So you do
Welcome to
that.
Haragon in the party.
Okay, fuck.
Welcome to having the fucking Easter
You know
bunny,
what?
guy.
I need you to do a roll, but do it at advantage, and it's going to be a very low.
This is what do I go roll?
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever's
I will
better.
roll athletics. Does it actually have a dot in that? Where are you over here? Oh, you're good. You're an asshole. But that's a 19 plus 6.
Oh, that's more than clear. He just jumps up, does these flips, and comes back down and is eating. And you see the kids like, oh, again. And then you see the adults like, yes, that was very good. Do it again.
Hold
You
this for-
caught the adults.
Hold this for me. Has anyone ever told you the story of jumping Jackrabbit Flash?
Rolling my eyes. I'm gonna go walk around and see if there are any flowers that I could.
I'm gonna put whatever you just gave to me down and I'm gonna go chop it.
That dog did eat that ball in the air.
ahead.
It's like, so you're going
I
to...
want to go pick some flowers for the kiddos.
Okay, yeah, you're able to find actually a lot of different flowers. You see a lot of spider lilies. You see a lot of dandelions and everything. And just
Those dandelions make a good salad.
This is true.
Yellow with dandelion. I'm just
Do
remembering.
you need a dandelion?
Bring back a whole like armload of flowers and sit
Just-
down and start braiding daisy chains with some of the kids.
okay, so yeah, that's what you're doing.
We're
You're
playing
going
with
to
the
chop
kids!
wood.
That's what I'm doing.
Well,
I'm sitting quiet.
They got a fire going. I imagine they use wood to cook.
That my dad had. Thank me
So
for
I
the
imagine
closest I
the wood
made,
is something
and my
that
big toe hurt,
needs
but
to
that's
be
okay.
Chopping wood.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so you're helping with that. You're entertaining the kids as well. What are you doing?
I would say that Jolan, at this point, if it's just like any other like animals and stuff, that probably would just that basically like just like helping out any kind of animals and stuff, teaching, like having some of the dogs and stuff, just
Okay.
basically do like
So-
dog tricks and stuff like that.
All of you have a brief respite from the horrors.
Chris, do me a favor. Please don't Tuscan Raider these kids.
Or else that the
What?
red
Why would
waiting,
you think I would do
Or
that?
else the red waiting.
I know you. And I've watched the first 3 episodes of the Book of Fett.
Look, okay,
Anyway, continue, Dean.
the Haragon is dead. No. Well, Tuscan Raider your fucking character, you asshole. Okay.
See,
Good job.
I told you they were fattening it up.
Okay, so about an hour or so goes by, and y'all have kind of had a brief respite from the horrors you've experienced. Not only here in the Elden Wild, which y'all haven't been here long, but it hasn't been a great sort of
Hey.
stay.
Yelp reviews on the 1.
Better than the other place we were at.
Negative.
Yeah.
3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
They don't
y'all
think
are
that really
starting
do that.
to kind of figure out a way. Well, not you're
I'm
trying to.
Yashimaru it.
You're able to get into the moment and have a little bit of fun as Vlastric comes to y'all one by one. It's like
Running for our
the
lives
matron.
constantly.
The matron will see you now.
Alright, and then that, I would go to 1, 2, 3, 4. What the heck is
We're not being burned alive yet.
This is a pretty
D4,
decent day for
D4,
me.
D4.
Yeah.
I just do it.
If it wasn't for all the popcorn
Great,
kernels, you'd
I
be
go,
stuck in the back of
great,
my
I go
car.
to the statue and just like, matron. Oh, right. Oh, right, I can't speak to you.
Okay, so
That the matron wants to see us.
Huh?
Did you fight me? Or did Flash?
Vlastrid
I had rolled and then.
Vlastrid is coming to you 1st, and then is like following y'all.
And then Jolan is like going the other way around.
Yeah.
Right.
Vlastrid is like, why are you talking to the statue? That's very funny. We haven't been drinking yet.
No, that.
You haven't been?
Not yet.
I mean, that day drinking.
I've been drinking coffee and water.
It's okay. Anyway, let us go meet. I know.
I
I
have to start clipping the actual burps.
I'm telling you, yes.
I know the food here is very good, but yes. Yes, let us go meet the matron. She
I have daisy chains all over my arms. It's beautiful.
very beautiful. I'm glad the kids seem to take a liking to you. That is very good. It shows that y'all are trustworthy, I think. I don't like that laugh. And so he walks y'all to a tent, and as you get close to the tent, you hear an older voice speaking. You cannot hear what it's saying, and then you hear a silence, and then from what sounds like kids. It seems like whatever's happening in this not in the caravan, in the cart, is like someone is telling a story, possibly the kids.
A lot of kids.
Oh, she's just entertaining some of the kids.
That ear's slapped up against the side of the cart. I want to hear this story.
Give me a perception check.
19 passive?
Yeah,
19
20 passive. Would I be able to?
You're
catch some
hearing
points?
about a story about a group of adventurers that went into a weird tunnel only to be accosted by strange blue creatures that constantly told them misinformation. And then, at the end, they fought the Egg Boy. That's what he called himself, anyway. And he exploded into a giant mist and nearly killed the party.
Except for one plucky halfling.
I feel like I missed something, but that's okay.
It's one of those other games. We went to the Feywild and dealt with fucking Sonic World and had to do with sexy Sonic Squidward and House Sonic and Cars Sonic and Fat Boy Lovable Sonic and Popcorn Meme Sonic.
What the fuck?
Okay.
No, I can explain this. It makes no more sense.
It doesn't.
No. Anyway, she's telling this very weird story, and then Vladrid comes in, or, puts his head into the cart and says, you hear a little bit, in a language you don't really understand. He closes it, and then you hear her say, run along. And then the
kids run out of this way.
it is like an ungodly amount of kids just run out of this. You're like,
So there's like 20,000 kids down here. There was like another 1,000 in there.
the Vistani, I mean,
Look, when you're only form of entertainment.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, dancing and fucking is like their deal.
Should it be everybody's?
Oh no, wait, dancing, fucking, and storytelling. That's
And
their three
surviving.
things. And surviving.
Bards all.
But he,
The Vistani
as-
are the best bard community.
as the kids leave,
Bard none.
Vlaster looks at y'all and says, she'll see you now. I will be around. If you need any more help, I am here. But I am going to go see to my kids. Stop! Get away from the fucking...
Yep.
And he goes that way.
Uvanovic!
Yeah,
I love you.
you're cool, Bunny.
Go back in. You learn to talk like the kids when they're around the kids.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so y'all go into the tent, and you see a woman sitting there. You see the tent is arranged in a strange... I keep saying tent. In the cart, is arranged in a strange way. You see where, the padded areas where you would sit or sleep are there, but you see a table, and you see... Probably she be doing it, but you see incense burning in here.
I'm going to say this. Every last one of these I looked into are bigger on the inside
They seem to be,
Yes.
yeah.
than the outside.
Fair.
And you
They really
see...
have some good feng shui.
You see her sitting, it's this old woman. She has a blindfold over her eyes. You see her hair is put up in like this wrap. You see she is bejeweled to the nines. Like her hands are covered in rings and she has all these jewels and she's wearing this very ornate sort of shawl or cloak over her, and you notice that she has scars that you can just see outside of the blindfold. And she, as y'all start coming in, she's like, "Oh yes, come in. Oh, these must be the outsiders."
Yes, grandmother. Might I say you look lovely today?
Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, the Herigon are always a bastion of civility.
Actually, before we get too much further into things, I wish to give you a small token of my appreciation for your hospitality.
Oh.
And her 2 sticks of incense.
Well, you didn't have to do this. This is very good. Oh, yes, dragon blood. This right here.
Thank God it wasn't Chognapa.
And you see she takes one of the tomatoes. She has a plate as well. And she eats it. You seem new to the Elden world, but I see 3 of you are tethered here by the dark lady that lurks in the witch's hut. Am I wrong?
You are correct.
You're right.
It's not by choice, though.
No, it's never by choice.
I'm not tethered.
You don't want to be.
You
Lucky
don't want to
bastard.
be.
You seem stuck with
Well, I have a couple of rabbit's feet.
Oh, haha.
Oh, very good joke there.
It
Come
was
sit
terribly
down.
funny.
Sit down. I shall.
Oh, good God.
Let us. I would like to get a better look into you. Come sit down. Unfortunately, your friend, your statue, cannot come into here, but she can stand outside. I see her very well out from
Does
here.
your statue have a name?
The thunderclap is it?
I was going to call her Lady Bigalicious.
Big
Oh.
delicious definition.
These kids have such silly names.
Yeah,
I
another
did all
group
those
of kids.
little bitches.
There it was. I didn't think what to do.
Oh,
I'm
gonna-
offended.
Tuck wings as best I can and try not to break anything.
you're fine. So let me come and get a look. Oh no. It seems y'all have seen great tragedy, you 3. And you are lost on a journey.
I am feeling better about myself every day and every minute.
That is good. You will need this optimism as you're in a very dire place. You are stuck in this place. I am Helga. I am the elder of this Vardos, this caravan. And I offer you a gift of what your threats might lead you to.
You get food.
If you should free yourself from these threats, my people can help you leave this place.
See?
Oh,
Can help us leave.
yeah, it's fine.
Hey, do it.
The dark lady who tethered us, she said if we cleared the way for her sister to return from her mission, her journey, that she would set us loose.
Are you asking if she is truthful in this?
Well, I have a contract that says she better be. No, I'm trying to figure
Moral
out.
contract?
I made sure to get it in
Of sorts.
writing.
Of sorts.
Moral contract.
I'm trying to figure out if the doing would find us bound further.
She made a contract. She is usually obliged to do it?
No, I mean, if in doing this for her, how much more will we end up tethered? Just by the doing.
Her bond is her word usually, but I would not take her as at her word.
Letter, not spirit.
She is a bitter person, and I dare not speak too much on it because I feel that she can hear us right now.
What? Ah! New phone. Who this?
However, I will say that she is not one to betray her contract if you have one with her. This is all I can really say. I am sorry. The Fae are fickle creatures, but they do enjoy their contracts.
You need a deck of cards. Wait, you got an actual Taroka deck? Fuck!
So,
Oh, good to use hair for.
Oh, then apparently I'm not one.
You are good to you. No.
Taroka or Tarot? What's happening?
Taroka
Oh,
for...
Taroka.
It's the...
Vistani version of Terra deck.
not yours.
However, there are multiple threads I sense upon you that you can take, and if you want, I can let the cards show you the way.
I'll be honest, I really... We all are the ones the cards must show.
I mean,
I think you're involved either way.
I'm a transient.
I mean that.
You are connected whether you like it or not.
I mean that.
I was trying to be kind and let them get the cards first, grandmother.
Oh, I love the Heragon. They're very, very good people. I don't.
So are the Vistani,
Thank you.
grandmother.
Would you like to start?
No, can have at it.
First, in
But
this
it's not a
ritual.
religion not believing cards.
No. I'll let her do as she does.
Mm-hmm.
She could be speaking for Pelopolio. He uses unusual conduits, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He looks at Thunderclap outside the tent, who's just outside the wagon, who's just I
As
assume
soon as
doing
you look
this.
over, she just does a.
She just like leans in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, this is dramatic.
As long as it's not traumatic.
I didn't promise that one.
The tiefling in your group. She doesn't look at you, but she nods her head towards you. The berserker.
You want me to show that to the...
You harbor a fire within you. Something that I fear, and that you fear, will be your undoing.
Wait, heads up or heads down?
It's heads up.
Because that's important.
But fear not, child. This fire can be used for good. You just must learn to channel it. Oh. Preacher.
Oh.
It is a priest. But it is upside down. You're a man of faith, I see. But that faith has been shaken, yes? These past few days have not been kind to you, or to your well-being.
Yeah. Not kind.
Let me say something.
At all.
But fear not. Steel your resolve. You will make it through.
Okay.
The halfling. Oh, I'm very sorry. The marionette. You have been a puppet to many of schemes. And this has torn your soul asunder.
Really apropos.
I just want to ask.
That's pretty.
I wrote
spot
this
on.
before this campaign, like before all this shit happened, by the way.
And are the cards ones you already picked before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
okay. I was gonna say if this was random draws. Shit, good job.
Don't make me break out my tarot.
Right?
I just wanted to ask how the hindquarters feel, being a puppet.
It's a marionette. They're straight.
I
But
mean,
keep faith in your friends, and they will guide you
Strings to hold me down.
on a path to freedom. Ah, our Heragon friend,
This is where Chris kills me.
the Raven. You have a potential for good. And someone saw that in you, huh?
Well, yes,
Maybe
Well, define good.
maybe this will serve you well. How am I doing so far? Am I a little bit
you
rusty?
are- No,
No,
you are
grandmother, you're
very
doing
accurate.
absolutely fantastic. At least a 75% average for good.
Oh, I'm so glad. The 75 is pretty good. Sometimes it's like 50 or 60. You know
Well,
how
what is fate but fickle?
Exactly. The threads of fate, they move in all sorts of directions. Now, let's see where your threads will lead. Who you will interact with.
3 of them go back to a hag. I'm sorry.
Multiple hags.
It's funny you should say this, Dark Lord.
Ooh,
Oh, that's bad.
that's
Your path intersects with a dark lady of the forest, it seems.
oh.
Obviously.
There seem to be a lot of those, actually.
Although, it seems like this might not be what you think. So let's see what the cards say, yes?
So we got one. The Dark Lord.
The Executioner. You will meet a cruel and bloodthirsty person, not unlike a dragon.
Look, we've met several of those already.
I am far from cruel. I
I
am merely
mean-
suspicious.
I think then that may be referring to the figure we saw last night. Well, I saw.
Oh no. Don't tell me the horse guys are gonna come back.
No, not
The
them.
weird horse.
Horsemen.
Yeah. The
No, that
place
it-
there were these horses, not horse.
There was a hunt or something like that.
yeah,
It was bad.
it was
Was
bad.
it,
We've been through a lot of shit, buddy.
I'm asking, was it the Wild Hunt?
I think
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, fuck.
so. We lived.
The dungeon.
We killed one
The
of
Don John?
The dungeon.
them.
Okay.
Someone within your path is trapped, perhaps a prisoner of the witch. Someone that could maybe be of boon to you.
The Pajama Boy.
Oh, this next card. Ah, yes. The Anarchist.
You? The Zeta?
Someone in the Elden Wild wants great change for the Elden Wild.
Yes.
Seek them out. Perhaps they have a path outside of your current one. Seems your path has gotten a little bit more complicated.
Mm-hmm.
No.
The Illusionist. Someone seeks to misdirect you. Be careful on who you trust and who you are willing to put information in the hands of.
And these were all heads up.
Oh wait, that's
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all heads up.
I see one more person in your threads that could potentially help you. The Innocent. Someone within the Elden Wild is a true innocent in this place.
The one y'all were so mean to.
A quiet dissenter. Someone that hopes for the best. That wants the best. Look for the pure of heart. Now that we know who you are, and now that we know where your threats may lead, may we see what these individuals will offer you.
Yes, grandmother.
Sure.
The Dark Lady, she offers mist. It is unclear what she will actually offer you. I am very sorry. Her personality is a bit... How do you say?
Fish.
Yes. Huh?
As one does.
The executioner.
Again?
No, the executioner offers.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
executioner offers healing.
Odd.
That is odd.
This person has the key to your chains. I think you might know what that means. Now let's see what our little anarchist has. Soldier. She is an ally, and she can bring strength to your numbers. Of course, what this means is up to you. The threads of fate go in many directions. What is the dungeon offer you? Ah. Maybe something to kill your captor, huh? An artifact.
Wait, what? What?
What?
What?
Artifact?
Artifact?
No. That's who's trapping us?
Ooh.
To kill a ghost baby?
In line with the illusionist, he offers a charlatan. I would not trust this figure on his face. And what does the innocent provide? Diviner.
Dinner?
Dinner? No. Diviner.
She has divination. She sees things.
She can see insights into the Elden Wild and into the Coven. This is the information I give. I hope you do with it what you need and succeed.
Thank you, grandmother.
Thank you.
And I hope you've enjoyed your stay in my caravan.
It has been beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Enjoy yourselves. Take some wine. Eat some more food. I hope the best for you. Now I must go to sleep. I am very sorry. I am very tired.
Of course.
Thank you,
Of
grandmother.
course.
Seeing into the threads of fate can be a bit much at times.
Do you need anything, grandmother?
If you wouldn't mind just excusing just me and you, please.
As I hop down out of the
Yeah.
cart, I'm gonna pull one of the daisy chains off and kind of hang it on a peg by the.
Very sweet.
I am just going to leave behind just that the hunting trophy of just like that the were Fey Wolf thing we killed and just leave it down.
Wait, we killed a fair.
No, backstory thing. That's what I got. I got a hunting trophy.
She puts it next to her. I gotta. Okay. So all three of you leave, and then as you're staying in, she looks at you and says, "I did not want to say too much in front of your friends, but you are not always safe with them."
Oh, I am well aware of that after last night.
more so than just mere specters. And she feels around and opens up a box, and you see a pendant. And she hands you this pendant. Keep it with you. It will save you.
Monopoly card.
Grandmother, I can't accept this. You know my ways. I can't. I have nothing to give you.
You've already
Of
given
equal value.
Blastrid something, and
Yes, but it's not of an. It's not of an equal value. Grandfather Oak taught me that, and
oh dear.
if
there's
look,
anything,
grandmother,
how about
I'm gonna
this?
reach in his cloak and pull out the purple crystal. It's not an equal trade, but if you would please accept this from me, and also let me clean the wheels of your wagon.
Whatever you feel is necessary.
And I'm going to hand over the purple crystal that gives off a faint aura of enjoyment. I did not just give Grandma meth, everybody.
I did not, but I did.
You don't know.
Attunement.
Yeah, you got it too.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whenever Bunedict finally emerges from the cart, I've been lingering not close enough to eavesdrop, but
Yeah.
close enough that when he comes out, you can say, "Name's Vipera."
Nice to know.
And walk away. I'm still not ready to trust, but I'm trying.
Looking at the next closest person. Baby steps.
Yes.
Or, sorry, baby hops.
Baby bunny hops.
Okay, so how is everyone feeling right now?
Pretty good.
Ever heard a sound? Huh? What's that?
What?
What?
No, are you saying you haven't had the sound on?
Oh,
Or that it's
or-
too low?
Because it's picking up on camera.
yeah, it's picking up our.
Okay, he
He's
says
had
he's
it
hanging
muted.
with.
He's had
okay.
his stream muted.
Oh, okay. He had his muted. Okay.
Okay.
Hold on.
You spooked us. Oh,
Oh.
here.
Okay, making sure we have sound. We still got sound?
Yes.
Yes.
Nate, we got sound.
People in chat, sound good?
Verify.
We need a confirmation.
Please
Comms,
confirm
how are the comms?
while they do that.
Actually, all of us if we want to
Because
take
if
a...
we miss
No, I
all
don't
of
want
that
that.
again.
If we lost audio, I'm pissed, because right now it says we got it. It's doing boop
Yeah.
boops.
Yeah.
We can always ask Emily to check.
I think we're good. I think he's just bad at phrasing things.
Yeah.
Because it looks like he just said he had his in muted because he's hanging out with Julie, and we're worrying over nothing.
Right.
But there's supposedly 3 other people in the chat.
Right.
So,
Just because they're there doesn't mean they're actually paying
I
attention.
know.
Yeah, some of them are lurkers, but it's fine.
Lurkers are still views. Is that not how
I don't
this
know, we've been
goes?
playing for a while.
It's been a bit.
It's been a bit, and then it's only 8 o'clock.
Only, he says.
We've been going at it for like, what, 3 hours now?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
straight.
Oh, that felt good.
I'm stuck.
Turn off my bad, but I can't.
But damn, I managed to get y'all to the fortune teller. That's good.
Yeah?
Not me looking up a Taraka deck.
What's that?
I said not me looking up a Taraka deck.
I did change it a little bit just for the
Yeah.
but Taraka decks are pretty cool. I wish they would actually make like the tarot-sized ones. I actually looked for like the tarot-sized
Yeah.
ones, but that's all they had.
Aw. I just got a fresh tarot deck in
I'm just having
California. It was
issues
nice.
checking it, but I can... That was loud. I can do one quick check.
I can do a check right quick too.
Oh, no. The easy check is this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
We got audio.
Yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
answers.
We need a blog to run our games up. Nate, have you been drinking?
Blah, blah, blah.
Anyway,
If he's got
Good
the
job,
song
Nate.
muted, he
Thank
can't
you.
hear us.
Okay, so
I'm hearing the music in the background going like,
What?
we just had a 0.00007% move to friendship.
yeah.
Make it 1%.
As the day goes by, the Vistani revel, eat, and start packing up to start moving through town.
I teach some of the Vistani children some choice Aragon swears.
That's good. That's good. They'll. One of the kids is like, "Fucka," and then the dad's like, "Where did you learn that word? That's a funny word." It means fuck. No.
It's like, actually, he made that up. I just told him it's called hoppin' mad. You say hoppin' instead of fucking.
Lordy. But they start getting everything set up
Carrots
to
and bars.
head out. Surprisingly clean. Like they even like you wouldn't even know they were there. Like after they clean up.
Bunedict is gonna look at that and very much appreciate it with his a couple levels of ranger.
And you know, they Vladrid comes to y'all and says, "We can take you to the next village if you like.
Which village are you going to?
We are going to a village called Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
We are going to do some trade there, but we will not stay long."
I'm fine with that, Uncle, if you don't mind us tagging along. I have no clue where the fuck the rest of you are going.
We need to
By
get
the way,
We need to get
Pascula.
Palaska.
Paleska.
You will not be able to get to Palaska without going to Ouroboros, so that is a good start.
So long as we're traveling in the same direction, I don't mind
Okay.
Don't
helping
worry
out
about it.
however I can.
Same.
And I'm assuming your friends here are the same. I don't want to assume. Seems
you
like
know what they say about assuming, Uncle.
it makes an ass out of you and me.
I didn't know that's what it was. I was going to say it's always okay.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, you say what you say.
You assume a mushroom that's colored red and purple is poisonous.
What if you've never seen a mushroom at all before?
If it's red and purple, don't eat it.
What if you've never seen anything that's red or purple before? What if you're colorblind? How will you assume we're not then?
Oh shit, that's a valid point.
Dang.
Dewey, he's magical.
I am gonna have to talk to Grandfather Oak about that. Do trees even see colors?
I would assume they could at least see green.
I mean that. Just as long as it gets
Just now,
closer to
1,000-yard stare out into nothingness going. Existential understanding not happening. Just like
Anyway,
404, 404, file not found.
let's get
You
your
broke the
friend
bunny.
Benedict onto the Vardos before he has an aneurysm.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just rethought how many of this year's old life choices.
Okay, so since you're with the caravan, you don't have to roll the encounter table, and it takes half the time because you're with the caravan.
Yay.
Hey, look at him giving us meta knowledge about how to not die in this game.
So now we just have to bribe the caravan to travel everywhere.
No, after this, you know, yeah.
They're like, after this, no, we're going to Jersey, yo.
But as you spend about a good few hours traveling in the day. You see woods, a lot of woods, like literally, it's like
So much
traveling. It's like traveling on the highway. It's just this thin stretch of road, and then woods everywhere you look.
Oh, look, there's going to be a Texaco in 850 miles.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, a Buc-ee's?
Bucky!
Buc-ee's!
I mean, you do see mountains and everything, but after a little while, you come into a clearing where you see a couple of little places where you see farmland here and there popping up, and as you get closer, you see a big gate, and you see a symbol with the snake that goes around.
I think we know where we are.
And then it's segmented into 5 sections.
Oh.
Hold on. I once played a game like this in the Feywild. You have to hit the red when it says red. You have to hit the blue when it says blue.
What if you're colorblind?
Then you can't play the game and it's an asshole. Are you colorblind?
Are you colorblind? I'm very sorry, I didn't
Like,
After dark.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I should.
I'm almost
We
blind
are
after
here
dark,
at
so
Ouroboros.
I get it.
Would you like me to put in a word with the speaker of this town?
I would appreciate that because I have not always been welcome when I show up because
Appreciate that.
I am a tall bunny.
Um,
Most people look at me and go, baby back ribs.
can I double check with DM again? Like, there was a lot going on when we started this game, but I've got the written contract. What exactly are we contracted to do to free ourselves?
You have to make sure, essentially, this is
Because I know
Like-
this is at Piluska that we need to do this, but I remember
specifically, she
hearing
wants
something
you.
about a speaker, and now he's talking about a speaker here. So I'm trying to see what.
Well, with your knowledge, you would know a speaker is like a mayor.
Oh.
So,
what are we contracted to do? Because I remember the hag saying something about a speaker.
Magatha specifically wants you to go to Pilaska because she believes that there is an insurgency to disrupt the joining of the coven. So she just wants you. She wasn't terribly specific with it, but she wants you to do enough damage in Pilaska to make sure Madrid joins the coven.
So the joining of the coven is getting Madrid back home.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're about to have a whole lot of problems, y'all.
Yeah, because I'm not down for that. Okay, okay.
Well, you know.
I can kill her afterward, right? That's not. I'm not saying that in
God comes back. I can kill God, right?
Well, I'm just saying.
This is Final Fantasy, Neysa.
I'm just saying.
It's totally optional.
Helga.
At least not Final Destination.
Look, Helga just gave you a bunch of options. You just have to decrypt it.
Yeah.
We also have to remember this in a week.
Yeah.
Hey, as soon as you put that shit up, I'm gonna be watching it over and over. Like,
You know this video ain't gonna play again till February on YouTube, right? It'll be up. Well, it'll be up at least 6 weeks here.
Okay. So, would you like for me to talk with the speaker?
I
Maybe
would
find you a place to stay that isn't.
I would very much appreciate it,
Yeah.
Uncle.
we
Yes.
can pay gold for.
They like gold here, so
It's
just I
Plan
am
B.
just going to let you know. Be careful with their customs. They're a bit strange, to say the least.
What are they?
Is there a handbook of etiquette?
A pamphlet, a
A
brochure.
If they ask you to honor a spirit, do it. That's all I can say.
What if it's a spirit of like?
I'm staring at Preacher.
What if it's a spirit of farts?
You fart.
You honor it.
I can't summon that.
Well, I'm sure the spirit of farts will understand and help you out.
Staring
Anyway.
at
Burnt.
Preacher.
And he
Little
gets
tiny
out
rabbit
of the
too.
Vardos and heads out. And as y'all get out into the main area of town, you notice like kids from the town start to come in.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see, actually.
There's 3 individuals in this party that are super unusual.
Yes.
A horned blue demon,
Y'all are all
a
unusual.
nearly 6-foot rabbit, and a giant stone lady with thighs for days.
Yeah, like the fucking thigh lady has just been like walking like.
Making pay by the way I walk, I'm a
Uh,
pay, Lord. No time
But
to
as
talk.
y'all are going into town,
Talk.
or as y'all are getting out, people are starting to surround the carts, and you see the kids come up to you two, and you. It's like, oh, you're blessed. Oh, the reef.
Oh.
You've been touched by Coven.
Oh, is that a bad thing or a good thing?
He's
I
good.
don't think that's
He's
working.
good.
No, the ears are just going straight. I'm just doing this as like a sign of emotion because he doesn't have eyebrows.
Have you met the coven?
Yes.
Yes.
They're very cool. Yes.
Yes, that they know how to cook too.
Oh, I heard the food is so good. We're having Ghostbot tonight. Would you like to come see?
Yes. We'll explain later.
We will explain later.
Well, the Ghostbot happening soon, and then we can have feast.
What is this?
This is like a 10-year-old kid, by the way.
What is the ghost spot?
Oh, do you want to know?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I never get to explain. And he grabs your hand. And
That is
he,
a
Is
really
Thunderclap
strong.
about to attack this kid?
That's a very
No.
strong 10-year-old.
As that the people are like surrounding the
Pulling
cart,
on a
I want to make
16-year-old
a
level.
perception check to see if they're doing anything.
Where the
Yeah.
are there any? There's kids around Bunedict. He said.
yeah,
That's
kids
a
around
23.
Bunedict trying to like pet you and.
Gonna just dip down so they can fill the ears while also
But,
keeping
like,
an eye on the one that grabbed a hold of
But
preacher.
that is a 23 on their perception
It's
check.
not like
You don't
on
see them
the
doing anything
font, that
nefarious. They
statue.
seem to be interacting with the
big,
Vistani and also just generally interested in y'all because y'all are new faces and especially you three
Yeah.
look up the coven.
What? I'm a rabbit.
Not yet.
Not you. This
Thunderclap.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
thunderclaps.
I'm sorry. He was looking at me when he said it. Was like, I thought the
I'm
bunny.
sorry.
Thunderclap.
But
exists
they
in
are
space
very,
between.
very, very interested in you because you're a rabbit person.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misinterpreted some things. My bad.
Yes,
okay.
you woke up with a wreath and
So
glowing
y'all are
eyes.
staying behind, right?
Bunedict's gonna just like walk with children, touching his ears towards wherever Thunderclap
At this
thunderously
point,
steps.
I'm like, he offends other gods and other spirits on a regular basis. I'm staying far away from that potential smite.
Okay.
No such thing.
I believe in no gods. I've been in the Feywild all my rabbit life.
So this kid is bringing you into the middle of town.
Okay.
Okay.
And what you see in the middle of town is not a gallows, guillotine.
Ooh.
With a table,
Yeah.
Immediate rabbit stuff like.
No.
and he looks and you see, it's like, okay, so first, Ghostbot happens, first thing is the accused gets on this and confesses crimes.
Okay.
Terrible crimes. Currently, there is someone. I think he murdered a family. And he gets right here. He confesses crime. And he goes up to the guillotine. And he says, they put his head in here.
And chop.
And blood goes everywhere. It's very, very weird. And then they string him up. And he points to this sort of thing like this. And they string him up and drain him of blood.
Oh.
And then they put them on table. And they chop them up.
Okay.
And then they hand them out to the village. And then we feast.
Oh.
Fuck that.
Nah.
Feast on the accused.
You see, it's they confess their crimes
Yes.
and they consent and they give their body to nourish the other people.
Okay, with
Of
a
the
19
village.
passive perception, do I hear this?
Wait.
I was walking in the direction following him with kids grabbing on me.
I don't think he's being quiet about it.
He's not
10-year-old
being
Yeah, he's a
quiet.
10-year-old kid. You can probably hear it.
Fuck, I wish I had telepathy. Village of cannibals, village of cannibals, village of cannibals!
This is why I don't like. That is why I don't like civilization. The wilderness is my home.
But there's cannibalism in the wilderness.
Not up in the Fey wilderness.
You see,
Elsewhere in the
by
Fey
giving
wilderness,
us
it's just
their
one
body,
giant frog eating
they are
another giant frog.
repenting
It's like,
their
are you
sins.
done yet?
Yes, it is. It is also good stew, because it's a very cold month, and I really.
Let's do it, huh?
Let's-
Anyway, come look. I go like this, and he grabs the guillotine rope and starts trying to push it up. Look, it makes cool noise, and then you see the executioner like, "Get away, kid! Get away! Jeez, that is dangerous. Don't let the."
Oh, jeez. Cheese and crackers, guys.
I'm not gonna let it like
That's
fall
sharp.
when the kid lets go. I'm just gonna hang on to it and just kind of let it down slowly.
Thank you. I am very sorry. They're very excitable.
Yeah, he was just explaining this.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry, Your Bliss.
Rabbit eyes this big
It
off in
seems
the
so.
corner.
It seems so.
I am very honored for you to be here.
Thank you. I would like to know more about this accused.
The accused?
Yes.
Are you talking about the gospel?
Yes.
Well, this accused, he murdered a family. He is someone that, in the middle of the night, murdered the family of the person he was working for. It was a wife and child and husband. And now he is condemned to death, but he has chosen to give himself to the gospel. So he may nourish and repent his soul.
Interesting.
It's Folkar. What the fuck you want from me?
Bunedict is going to stand up. I'm hoping like one can gets flung with the ears this way, and just immediately straight back walk towards the other two members of the party.
Them.
Actually,
He went with.
Yeah,
it
that
possible?
I was.
Oh, wait,
I
you
was
were-
just
I'm the only
kinda
one left
following.
by the caravan.
Oh wait,
Y'all
you
went-
wait. Oh wait, I'm sorry. You didn't even go into town.
I'm still with the caravan.
I misheard.
Yeah,
So Bunedict is just standing up, like
I'm just making sure that he don't die.
ears are at direct, straight up.
So
like
how far in town are they?
They're
Dead center.
They're not dead center, but they're off, just out of sight of where the feast would happen.
So,
Right.
y'all do this every year? So,
We do it every time someone is accused and confesses and consents.
So what if they don't confess?
We don't do it.
Oh,
okay, they're vegan.
That's-
They're still vegan
that's
technically.
fair.
yeah. So
If the
if
individual
there's been a
gives
crime,
consent,
y'all have
it's
somebody
still
that you accuse,
veganism.
but they don't confess to it. You just do what?
Still can't vote some.
I mean, if someone
doesn't
does
change that,
not,
but it's still
I mean,
veganism if you
someone
consent.
doesn't have to confess, but they do have to consent to the gospel.
Do you have a name?
Fuck.
Obviously, this is not one of our.
That's his name.
prerogatives.
His name is Fuck. F-U-G-G-K.
Fuck-secutioner.
Actually, hold on. What other letter combination makes the noise?
Q.
F-U-K.
Q.
F-U.
You're talking to the adult at this point.
K.
What is the name?
Diron.
Veteran.
Come on, Chris. Stick with F-U-Q-K.
Veteran.
Fuck.
Executioner Theodore.
Fuck.
Okay, thank you for that. Theodore.
Fuck sounds like a move from Street
Yes.
Fighter.
We do not usually kill. We don't. There are executions, but we do not eat the bodies of people who do not consent. Does that make sense? I understand this is a very weird
Down,
thing.
Well,
down
no,
to forward, back
that's-
A.
Well,
That's your laws.
That-
If
that's
somebody
your-
commits a crime, they assume, depending if the crime is severe enough, the penalty is death. But if it's something petty, I imagine.
Oh no.
so have y'all been having trouble with this rampage murderer? For a
Well,
while?
we've captured this. Okay, so this person, he was a farmhand for the Striga family.
The Striga family.
Striga?
Striga.
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 Striga family.
Striga.
Striga.
I don't think it
And then
means. I don't
that,
think he means it
and then
as
that
Striga.
basically,
I know,
and
just
then that basically,
this is
then that
just
the-
you it going.
Then that the Striga family was just
Hate this
slaughtered.
place.
Correct.
go back to the
Yes,
ghost
they were
caravan.
hops farmers
Well,
outside
it's a
of
richer
town.
land.
Hops farmers.
Toss it.
And they, this
this
child, unfortunately.
Burned
Oh, I
with
say
your barbs
child.
pretty
He is
good,
19, but
Well,
Is that from season 2? I haven't got it.
Still a child to some of us.
Some people hate
Yes.
it. I'm digging it.
Sorry, we're done. We get to talk everywhere.
Well, sorry. We're getting picked up by a mic over here. When
his name
Don't
was
listen.
his name was Traco.
we're not
Tranquil?
privy to this info.
Well, you are. I'm not.
Oh, he's backing away.
I was backing away.
Very
I was
cool.
like,
I mean, he was an odd kid. I would not think of him to murder a family, though.
But does he have a family of his own, or was he?
Yes,
just
he has a family in Valenclub.
Valenclaw.
Just south of here. He goes
he's
down
a
there.
traveling. Oh, you know what? These people weren't paying him enough, and he was having to deal with gas mileage and ghost mileage and overtime, and he's got a whole family back 30 minutes away. He just fucking snapped.
So eventually, I'm gonna see
Yeah.
So basically,
Bunny Boy coming back.
So basically, that anything else about like that he was saying, just like
straight shoulder
anything
bounce.
weird, like that, whenever they
I.
from witnesses or whatever.
You would have to ask around. I'm sorry. I don't really pay attention to anything here.
Oh,
I
I understand because
I
then
don't
that.
speak
I do know
Bunny.
that, he was accused, he confessed, and he consented to the Gospa. All I can say is just he's going to. I can't. Unfortunately, I cannot let you speak to him. He is going to die today. Unfortunately.
We can't have a word.
Okay, let's see.
Give me a persuasion.
Let's see here. Remote viewing.
I'd very much, as
Ooh,
man,
that's
who I
gonna
am,
be.
Yeah.
I'd like to offer, what I can to those who facing their last hours.
Give me advantage on that.
Okay, I want to try something.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14.
And what were you doing? You were persuading?
I was just basically just gonna say just thank you, and then while that preacher was basically talking to him, just sit down up into like a little trance mode and try to use remote viewing to see what actually happened.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get back to that then. He's gonna look at you and say, "Well, okay. I don't know why you're just so interested, but if it'll help put his mind at ease in his last day,
Yes.
it would probably. I just come to me before his execution. I cannot stall his execution.
Of course not. I would not expect that of you.
But I will allow you to talk to him for just a little bit. Just know that people are going to be around, and there are orders that have been made that he must die tonight.
Yes.
And his body must be distributed to certain people by the end of the day. That
course.
sounds very callous as I say it, but
No, it is your
I
laws.
understand that you must understand that this is how it is.
Perhaps now would be the best time to go and have words.
Okay, so as you go do that,
I am basically trancing into remote viewing.
okay.
Try to see.
Okay, so mechanically, how does this work?
It's in the. It's basically you set into a trance and then you can. I think it's a present time, but because that whenever I was reading about it, it said that you can view.
Is it this one?
Yes, that your body interacts with trance. You must specify the direction and location you desire. Casting spells like teleport, casting spells. Information that, for example, forest that is a home.
To a tight-knit community of Fae might appear as a city in the trees or a beautiful palace ruled by any. What is this?
It doesn't say anything about time, so
I
that's what I was thinking.
I don't know if this is what you were looking for.
Yeah, does it like remote viewing is like being able to see?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Oh wait, is
So-
this a hexblood thing?
Yeah, that's the hexblood thing.
Alright, hang on.
Yeah, because if it doesn't do it, then I'm just not gonna worry about it.
Okay, you can see through your token.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You did,
like
you did this with Madrid. You
Yeah,
had
because
your-
she took out her tooth and threw it. Yeah, no, you can't do like time related.
Okay, got you. That's what I thought. Okay, so never mind. And just gonna say
it's fine.
thank
cool
you for
idea.
the information and
And Lisa, turn the music up a little bit. It's not picking up on stream.
Oh, that's fine. Like I kind of turned it down because it was too.
Yeah. Problem is versus us versus them.
so after that I basically just get done speaking, just go in and speak to them and just be like, well, preacher is about to go in and speak to one of the accused before that they execute him.
Mm-hmm.
And basically what that he was accused of basically killing a family who were just some hops makers, and then that he is from a place called Valencloak, which is south apparently.
Did he actually commit the crime?
I mean, that according to the executioner, that they said that he basically committed. But what I am willing to bet is,
Did he confess?
that they said he did confess. But what
So
I am,
you two are talking, and I'm still back at the caravan.
No, he came
Yeah,
back.
y'all are together at this point.
Okay.
I came back this direction because I heard guillotine, cannibals. Everybody seems dope with it, and I'm not dope with the town.
Not again.
I mean that
I am quite literally the tastiest in
I
this group,
am
other
hot-
than maybe the one that has
This one
religion.
is gone, by the way.
Yep.
yeah.
The one that is not here. The invisible, divinely delectable sausage with 2 legs.
I mean that whatever had happened to me last night could have possibly came across with this young lad, and well, he has to pay the price for it according to the law.
Well, you said preacher was going to go talk to him.
Yes,
Well, preacher seems competent.
overzealous at times, a bit,
Oh yes, 100%. He's religious.
but you know,
You know the only thing worse than a religious person? Someone who's religiously anti-religion.
oof.
Okay, Richard.
Oh.
Dawkins. Anyway.
They use this, yes, Richard Dawkins as a
But-
dickwad.
Can I find the matron's wagon?
Mm-hmm.
Does it sound like she's still napping, or is she up and about?
She's talking with people.
Don't bother grandmother. Okay, never mind.
Gonna knock politely on the wood of the wagon
Those
box.
voids stare direct into your soul.
Vipera, come on in.
I'm sorry, you're just covering.
Gonna clamber up in the tent or in the cart. Is there enough space for me to get over there to her, or is there a bunch of other people around?
There's a few other people, but you're able to get close.
I'm gonna kind of lean down and whisper and say, "What is this ritual called again?"
Gospa.
Gospa.
Yeah.
Ghost.
It's a cabbage dish followed by murder.
I'm gonna ask her. Do you know about this Gospa?
Oh, a dreadful ritual they perform here.
Will your people be participating in this?
We do not participate in any of the local traditions. We come here, we trade, we entertain, we leave.
Will we be leaving tonight? Before that? Or are we staying?
We will be leaving. Are you asking if you want to stay with us?
Can we leave with you? We do not wish to be privy to this even by accompanying, being in the vicinity.
Give me a persuasion check.
Not great with my single charisma.
Did you roll a 1?
8.
Oh, that's a
That's
7.
a 7.
That's a 7. I just saw a white line and saw you look sad. I'm like, oh no.
It's a 7.
I am sorry. I am afraid this ritual is not happening at night. It's happening in a couple of hours. If you want to stay in the tent, you are welcome to. if you are unable. But I would fear you not. You fucker.
The fart spirits.
Them fart spirits are back again.
Cal just leaves the room.
Cal.
Cal, help! Cal,
Oh
help!
my god.
It's not bad.
I don't smell it. I'm glad I don't.
I failed the deception check. It's bad.
Oh god. Okay, back into character. Back into character.
Outside of Rabbit just lets loose. And even grandmother in the tent. The fuck?
The fart spirits aside.
I'm sorry.
I am sorry. We cannot interfere with this ritual and without fear of hurting the people in here. The best thing to do is just avert yourself. I'm very sorry. I wish there was something I can do, but I do not wish to interfere with the traditions of the Elton world.
How can it be a tradition to allow to be upheld when people are eating other people?
When you're desperate, you do many strange things.
I don't see famine.
There is a lot of death here. There is a lot.
Bury the dead, don't eat them. Matron,
Yes.
how can you stand by?
This is not my world, and this is not my traditions. I do
Nor
not.
is it mine, and I'm gonna leave the cart.
While that's going on,
Mm-hmm.
Joe, may I call you Joe?
Sure.
Or would you prefer Jolan?
Joe.
I know you know the way of the woods, much as I
Yes.
do. What town is this individual from?
That this town is from Valencloak, they said.
How far south is it?
I wasn't privy to the information.
Do you think?
Y'all do have a map. I know I keep bringing it out.
Don't hand it to me. Hand it to the individuals that have an above 0 intelligence modifier.
Okay. It is due southwest a little bit.
A little bit.
So
By-
roughly the same distance we've already traveled.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about a half a day's out.
So it's about a half a day out, and then if that's not enough time.
Dude, so we don't have time to maybe run there, and even if we use the advantage of the forest.
I mean that it would be that it. I just don't know when the world of this gospel is happening. I think that he said that it'll be soon.
Oh,
As I come out of the tent, cart, whatever it is, I'm gonna look at the two of them. Are we stopping this, or are we getting out of town?
I was going to say if we had enough time to go to where the accused family is and find out if there's anything else, or
She said it's happening before dark.
Yeah.
well then can we go to the murdered's house?
I mean, then that we have to.
We do know our good friend. I'm going to say good friend. You might say murder acquaintance.
Who?
Jolan! Jolan shot me in the back with an arrow while being possessed by a spirit in this fucking world.
Will you keep your voice down? Do you know
Was
where
I
the
yelling?
house
Was I
is?
yelling?
I don't know where the house is. I just know
What?
where the town is.
No, actually,
As-
this is Hewitt saying,
as
I'm
you
sorry if I
three are
got loud because
speaking-
my...
It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
One sec, I gotta
Look, it's my...
Find this
my original
motherfucker's
thought was to
name.
check this with the town to see
Yeah,
maybe
we
what
can
was
just try to just
happening.
ask
No
around.
time.
Dugan
Well,
McFlugan.
if we can't
Dugan
go there, can we
McFlugan.
go to the house of the murdered? And
We
see...
don't know where it is.
That the family's house that they said that it was the Strager family.
Let's find the Strager family's home and investigate to see if
As
there's...
y'all are talking, you see Vlastrid and another figure, kind of Asiatic in appearance, tall, muscular, has a bit of a like a slight.
We found the buff boyar, everybody.
Goatee.
He had like a slight goatee right there, hair in a man bun, and he comes up. And he's like, "Hello, I am."
Well, hello.
Hello.
There it is.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
I have not met your kind before. How you do?
Bunedict, my dear.
Rurik is my name.
Rurik.
Hello.
Hi.
Is that spelled with an RH?
It's spelled with R-U R-I get it. I am the speaker of Ouroboros. I hope to accommodate you. Vlastrid has spoken very well of you, and it looks, judging by you've carried the blessing of the coven. That is.
So I have been.
We shall. Let us. We are going to have feast tonight. Let me. I'm going to have to plan. I am very sorry.
But that's fine.
My dear man, we are in need of a place to stay. I know it might be gauche.
It'll be all right. You can stay at my mansion. We have people from Mildrida staying here.
From
but Mildrida.
Well, are they staying in your manor as well?
Yes, it is some priests. They were helping us out.
We don't wish to impose upon you, my dear sir. Could we possibly stay at a empty home? So we're out of your way.
Explain. I'm
look, it's if you're going to have a full house, my good sir, we don't wish to impose.
Spreads my wings. A lot of space.
Well, it's not even that. It's just we don't wish to impose even a. I am very sorry. I have to go ahead and say this. I am a Haragon, and we have a high metabolism, and we can tend to eat through some things. So I don't wish, my good sir, if you already have, especially religious guests, and we know how they can all get.
The people of Mildrida are something else. Let me tell you.
Can we just stay in maybe an empty home?
Maybe someone recently moved out.
Wasn't going to say that exactly, but yes, there was a vacancy made.
We don't.
You are blunt as fuck.
I mean, there are a few places outside.
Well, not outside the walls, good sir, because I mean, look at my little friend here. Blessed by the coven as they are. If we stay outside these walls, we've already had one night where they were possessed by a ghost, shot me with an arrow, and then swore they would devour my soul from a basement.
I'm blunt as fuck? What are you?
Elegant.
Embellishing.
You see, like, as you're talking with them, you see two other people in red vestments, like, looking at y'all, like, just fucking staring daggers at the group. And what you see is a dragon motif on their tabard with 3 heads. And they're just kind of, like, sitting there, like...
The fucking Targaryens.
Don't worry about
No,
that.
I'm just asking, good sir, can we stay in a recently vacated home so we do not overburden your own household and overstay? Good sir, do you know what I am?
I understand. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm a Haragon. Good sir, I cannot overstay my welcome.
He is going to do an insight check on you.
You're a blabbermouth. This is
No,
what you are.
at this point, I'm not lying.
I got a 3.
Good sir, the rules of hospitality state that I must give you a gift equal, and I do not have that. But if you allow me to stay in a home, I will make a donation of...
Okay.
And then pull out a wheel of cheese from the caravan.
And Lester's like...
One of your kids gave it to me? I'm not lying, I promise you.
He's just like...
They shoved it in my back pocket, and I didn't know how to respond, because you don't say someone shoved cheese in my butt.
He's just like... Okay, give me a persuasion check.
Can I get advantage?
If someone's helping you. Is anyone helping them?
Am I helping? I don't think I'm helping.
I would try to help since he said the blessing of the coven.
Thank you, Jolan. That's 19 versus a 5. Plus persuasion.
I'm sitting
That's
there.
22.
I'm looking at the back pocket, like, how did we not know that giant?
Oh no, there's a big ass
there?
grease stain on it. Like there's a little bunny tail, and then there's trousers,
How
and
did we
then
not?
and then
Fucking
just a,
Zugar and Bunedict.
we cheese buddies. Cheese bunnies.
Exactly. But
Oh.
I mean, there's a couple of vacated places recently. Is that
Striga.
Maybe stay in the most recently vacated home.
oh, I don't know if you want to stay in there.
Well, honestly, if you look at me, I'm not the cleanest. I'm just shy
We
of what
could
I'm
offer
also.
cleaning.
Yes,
And we
are good at cleaning.
could offer to clean
We are
it.
good at cleaning.
Very good at cleaning.
I don't.
Also, two
Do
of
you
us
see
look like
these
we're
leathers?
wild.
Do you see these leathers? No bloodstains. No matter how many times I've been stabbed. Wonderful cleaning services.
I wouldn't bet with that one.
I can't help it that people try to kill me.
Also, I'm sorry, I realized because of one of my abilities, I'm supposed to add my wisdom modifier to all my charisma checks. So I should be adding 3 to all my charisma base skills.
Hey.
Basically, while
New character, who dis?
that Bunedict is basically talking and stuff, is my passive on just that the two guy with the vestments catching up on any kind of like motions that they're doing, like then that they got hands by that the scabbard or anything like that?
They don't have any sort of like aggressive in that sense. They're just like they're kind of looking at y'all, staring daggers. Like,
Are they giving the vibe of you ain't getting in here with them shoes?
They're more just like pissed off that y'all are drawing attention away from whatever they were doing previously.
Just, my good lord, could we please stay there?
There is okay. There's one place I don't think you'd want to stay there though.
Is it haunted?
I don't think it's not a very good idea for you to stay there. Let me find you a good abandoned place that's been abandoned for at least 2 or 3 years.
No, my lord, you don't have to do that. We can see the house from here. I hope.
Give me a fucking perception check.
Okay, that is a 21.
Hey,
You're talking about the Striga farmhouse.
It's right there, my lord. We can see it. It seems available.
You know that people were murdered there the other night.
Cleaning.
My good lord, I live in the forest. There's things murdered there every night.
What the?
You broke the DM.
I guess if it's well, I'm assuming it's the will of the coven.
why yes, it is.
Well, this one obviously is. I am possibly the familiar.
Just don't.
Kind of making weird motions this way.
I have no cantrips to help here. If someone has like
That-
You see
prestidigitation.
Vlastrid behind your Rorik, like.
That is,
Oh wait!
Okay, this. I'm gonna do this towards the camera.
Thaumaturgy. For like a slight wind, like blowing the reef.
and then that the
Thing.
fireflies are just flying just around it, kind of glowing ominously and such.
Well, if it's the will of the coven, then I guess I should allow it.
Yes.
Just don't tell anyone. I don't think everyone will
Good
understand.
sir.
Just,
We will not.
Yeah.
We
tell-
could never, ever betray those eyes of yours.
okay, as you see like him going through his keys, y'all see the people like with the dragon motif on their vestments. They're like,
And as he's doing this, may the feast be wonderful.
yes, may the feast be wonderful. Yes. I usually make pot roast with the butt.
Good speaker.
Oh,
Good speaker. Is there Mrs. Speaker?
No, unfortunately no.
Mister.
Not for a long time.
Oh, so you're recently single?
What about long time equates to recent?
I don't know. For a long time, for me, it might be a year. For some of you, it might be 20. I'm not an elf. I don't mean that. Don't mean that in any negative way. My lifespan is 60 years.
My partner died of tuberculosis a few winters back.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
You
It's
poor
okay.
man.
It happens. But do you
need someone to talk to?
No, I'm fine now. You move on as much as you can in the Elden world. But here, have the key.
I'm gonna pass this to Vipera and basically look directly at you, like investigate the fuck out of that house, and then look back at the speaker. Good sir, can I accompany you?
Give me a persuasion check.
Seduce the mayor, seduce the mayor.
Persuasion?
Are you even a bard? Like, what the hell is happening here?
No, but I got points. That's an 18.
Hey!
Thank God for adding my wisdom instead of my charisma. Thank you, Faye Warden. Thank you.
Man, the fucking Graveflower dice aren't nice to me. 5.
May I accompany you, good man, so you can tell me more about your town? I'm new to this realm.
Oh, well, if you like, if y'all want to join me.
No, good mayor, I meant us.
He blushes.
Yes, he does.
You see you actually see the senpai blush on the rabbit face. It's not. No. It's intentional.
Just
I wish to know more about your town. And honestly, I walked in a little bit. I do need to know about the craftsmanship at that guillotine.
Come.
Did you build it?
Let me show you. And he takes you
and
almost by the hip.
Gonna look at both of you and go.
Give me 1 second because I want to see if there's one more thing I can do before you're completely out of range. Hang on.
Two people have some spiritual abilities from their new.
Yeah, I gotta get to him
lineage.
because he's about to.
I'm pulling on a thread that
I am basically.
I'm giving them the chance to do it
I am basically.
because I'm garbage at investigation.
Well, I suspect
Because
they're working the other side of that thread.
I am basically
Y'all
just
just
going
gotta pull it and
to.
find each other
I
on the
can
other side of the wall.
actually do telepathic message. Basically, just take out
What
that
does this paper cup with this
just
string?
like
Hello?
that. Whatever that the eerie token is, just kind of like that. This it's kind of like this
Ain't
tricorn,
nobody understand what you're saying here.
corn like halfling, elfish looking puppet thing. I guessed, and I must have got. And then I am going to speak into it, just like, yo, preach. Going to go investigate creepy house.
What are you doing?
That's it.
That's it.
You can't respond to this message, but you
as you're
technically
walking,
you
you're
can.
like, what the fuck? So I'm gonna say
I'm glad I didn't lean in this one too much further.
before we get to preacher, I'm gonna say that as you're walking, he kind of like scoops you. Oop. He kind of scoops you a bit.
I'm going to place a hip against his hip.
Oh.
And as he's going, you see the two, what you know now as visitors from Mildrida. That's his town name, by the way. They come up to y'all, and it's like, excuse me, you have something? And he's like, 1 minute.
Just gonna look over my shoulder. He's busy, my boys.
Okay.
And they're like,
And he might get lucky.
and he's like, and you see the two guys like,
I cock block the priest.
getting to you.
You get 5 more friendship
You
points
are
for
being
Vipera.
led by the executioner,
I'm
Dyden.
legit playing a dangerous game.
I
I'm gonna get a cannibal.
Yeah, you
STD.
hear that. Are you okay? Do you need water? I can get you water.
Is it bloody water?
Can we talk about how?
Anyway, here is dungeon. It is big. We try to make sure everyone's comfortable. Throw beds, down pillows, you know. Nice canvas. Very good.
That is very commendable. Most dungeons I have visited and seen for this kind of thing have been, well, stone floor, a bucket to pee in if you're lucky, that's all.
Well, we do have chamber pots, but you know, what can you do? Anyway, he is down this way, Trico. And he leads you into the chambers, and you see a man in a chamber, just kind of laying down, and then he takes something. He's like ding 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 on the bars, and it's like, Trico, wake up, wake up, and is it time? No, it's not time. Someone needs to talk to you. A priest would like to speak with you. Okay. And he gets up, and you see this person is no more than probably 18, 19 years old.
Okay.
And he walks up to the bars.
What's his physical appearance?
Physical appearance, very baby-faced.
Okay.
It doesn't look like he has any sort, like, you know.
So he's a very young.
He's very young. He's very late bloomerish. You know, like a kid that like. Looks like he is trying to grow things out, but it just isn't. Yeah, it's just patchy, or it's like not really happening. His hair is disheveled. He seems fairly muscular, like for his, like his physique. It looks like he works in a field a lot, and he's just wearing simple clothes.
Okay. I'm guessing he's gotten a change in clothes from what he did the act in.
Yeah. But it seems like it's just whatever they have.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Is there a chair around or anything?
Yeah, there's.
Yeah. Is the executioner sticking around, or is he?
He's just sitting there, you know, not really paying attention to what you're doing, but he's sticking around just because it's his job.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll pull up a chair and sit down next to the bars. So, you confessed to the crime.
Yes, I did the crime. I killed the Strika family.
It seems an odd thing. Why?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand myself. I just went into rage and did it.
Rage? What enraged you so?
I don't know. I guess the spirits deigned for me to kill.
Mm-hmm.
They
Say,
spirits.
Is there something that you might have seen? A humanoid figure in the woods watching?
I haven't seen anything. I just went to see my family in Valenclave, and then the rage continued to fuel me until I killed the family, and now all I feel is grief. I didn't mean to. They were nice people. I didn't mean to. They helped me. They put me out of poverty. They helped my family. I didn't mean to, I swear. They can have my body. If it helps. If you want to put any lacerates on my soul, please. I didn't mean to. I swear.
No. Repenting is the first step.
I don't know what came over me.
You said you went home to visit your family, and then next thing you know, you were here.
And I remember traveling. I remember going there. I remember trying to buy some Christmas salt. I remember trying to hulk out some hops. I remember buying a knife. And I remember coming home, and I was just so mad. I don't know what came over me. And then I killed their whole family. I'm so sorry.
God damn, you get the emotional one while we over here like trading notes like we're cheating on a test. Chris, good job. I'm not lying. Good fucking job. I'm sorry. Not to break them out of here, but good fucking job.
I didn't even know y'all get this far.
Okay. I am going to pull out one of my incense sticks and my temple prayers.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like you're earnestly repenting your actions.
He's just sitting there like this.
I wish to give you peace of mind. Ease you going. Do you follow any gods?
Just the coven. We worship the coven. We put our faith in the sisters.
Well, well, apparently the coven have chosen me to carry out some of their works. But I particularly follow Halo. He is the god of the sun. And if it would help put your mind at ease, I would recite a prayer for you.
Our Father, who art in the golden fields,
Oh God.
hallowed be your golden face. May the grain come, and may the rain not be short, and may the times be full of joy and grace. Praise Palor!
Okay.
Yes, let us pray, have praise from the Balgura in the back of the congregation. Do you see this one? You just see this one Balor straight out of Avernus with a big ass Balor
Chewy.
Good job. Awesome. Yeah, I'll
Okay.
just read a little bit from my book until it seems like he's calmed down.
He seems calming, but I mean,
It's not something that's just gonna come easy.
yeah, like he's scheduled to be executed.
Yeah.
I'm talking to them, DM. You can focus on this drama.
This is starting to end. I want to know
Y'all
what
can
y'all
you
are
can
up
focus
to.
on this drama. We're cheating on question 5 of the test, sir. Eat this. Be distracted. Be distracted. We're not cheating. No. Do I gotta clip that?
So I do have a few additional questions.
Clip one.
The next thing I would like to do is make sure the souls of the departed are laid to rest, and make sure that there's nothing lingering. Where is their home at?
It's a Sturga farmhouse. You go north outside town. They're right there. It's a hops farm.
He doesn't know
they
this
bring-
is where we're staying.
They bring
Oh shit, we got free dead beer.
they bring hops to the Pulaska the Elysian brewery in the Elysian brewery in Pulaska. It's
They know Pulaska.
we also sometimes we bring it to Tyrannic, and sometimes we just meet them in Meldrida. It's just
Have you been having issues remembering things?
I didn't think so.
It just doesn't sound like someone who's worked this job for a while. You're having a hard time.
The things are just so fuzzy. Last time I went to Valenclave, everything seems so weird. Like it feels like a rage, and it's gone, and all I feel is just absolute despair. It just controls everything I do.
I have one last question. And it's going to be very odd.
Huh?
When things are going on, did it feel like you were the one doing it? Or maybe something else?
Oh my god, actual fucking good roll on my dice. I would never kill Father Striga. I would never want to do that.
Can't see it.
Goddamn.
I dig this game.
Okay.
Shut up, Chris.
I would never.
Don't notice me,
I would
senpai.
never kill Father Striga. He gave money to my family and he's done a lot. When I killed him, it felt like, as much as I tried to stop my hand, it just continued to go. Even when their blood was on me, I couldn't stop.
Okay. So he's close to the bar.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach through, grab his arm. The coven sent me. I will figure out what has happened.
I believe in God.
And with that, I will stand up and start making my way to the house.
Okay. This is not the way I thought this was going to go, honestly. So, what is the rest of the party doing?
Well, he went off with the speaker to
Yeah, he's gonna go fuck
the
the
day.
speaker.
And,
You don't know me. You don't know me.
and we headed off to.
You gave me a
the
big,
house.
beefy Eastern European male. You don't know me.
Did the Mildreda priests try to follow us?
Hold on, Neysa.
I'm still trying to read it.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure we're all on the same page. This dude's probably doing something really effective. I'm fucking the mayor.
Okay, give me a perception check. Well, actually, you know what? Let me do it like this. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all don't initially notice anyone following you.
So I'm going to say, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to find out if the mayor is necessary for what's about to go down. Mm-hmm. If he is, I'm going to slow it down, or I intend to. Because if I can stall, that gives you more time.
Right.
Because my whole intent in what I did was to get y'all...
I have a question.
My whole intent was to get y'all into that house
Right.
and have as much time to investigate to make sure Mr. About to be a fucking sausage, like an early 90s indie music video,
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't get ate up like a fucking piece of cake looking like Alice in Wonderland. I'm sorry.
Problem is,
That's hyper
Okay.
specific.
I don't think that we're actually gonna.
Right. Go on.
That-
Yes, to you.
Okay, let's
I have a
first.
zero intelligence.
We're gonna.
I'm a dumb bunny.
We're gonna. Okay, so we're in 3 different directions right now. You two, what are you doing?
Go into the house.
Go into
Going
the
to the house? Okay, y'all have the key. Y'all can get in.
Yeah.
What's it look like when we come in? Does it look still busted up from the murder?
It's an amazing little Airbnb. Outside
What you
is
notice-
a black coating and there's 3 bedrooms. Look, I'm sorry, I'm a Verbo voice actor.
Anyway. Yes, DM.
You notice it's boarded up, but as you walk in, you do see all the furnishing is there as you walk in.
I am.
Like in the main room?
Or something else.
If it's water, I'm fine. Do you
Yeah.
want water, Kyle?
Yeah.
I am popping the spell slot to use detect creatures.
Detect creatures. As you pop the spell slot, you don't detect anything.
Okay. So that's that.
So all the furniture is here in the main room?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not in the main room. It's just it looks furnished.
Okay. I still.
Like
have
it looks
some-
like it's still
Still got
like
some.
if it weren't for like a horrific murder, it would look like a normal house.
So what did the people say that this guy was accused of aside from murder? Like,
Just
how?
basically that he had just basically went to them and slayed them. That's all what he said. That is all what the
Okay,
executioner
so
said.
how many rooms in this house?
It looked like a fairly sizable house. You would have to go in and actually look around.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I want to take a quick sweep.
Oh, you're taking a quick sweep?
Yeah.
Taking a quick sweep. Okay.
For starters, like, I mean, if it's already been cleaned, then obviously I'm not going to see nothing.
Right. And then I just want to just basically kind of like get on just like, from just like the upstairs and then try to like be on lookout while
Do
you
we know there's
investigate.
an upstairs?
There is no
Well,
upstairs.
It's so dark in this room to us, but online it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you go around the rooms, you do notice when you go into the bedrooms, it's bloody.
Okay, so it hasn't been cleaned.
It hasn't been cleaned, and as you go into the room, you feel a chill down your spine. As you're going, not around the room, around the house, you feel a chill down your spine, as if something isn't right here.
Perception or Arcana. I'm trying to see if this is ghostly or
They said
otherwise.
something wasn't right now.
God damn it, Hewitt.
Perception.
Either or, whichever one you think is best.
Are we running together or are we
I
separated?
have a plus 10 to perception.
Well, I got a 17.
Okay, so then I got an 18.
Okay. You feel a presence similar to how you felt in Shivani.
As in that the same ghost present on
He said similar, not exact.
Okay.
Oh, we got the two worst people.
Okay,
together.
so maybe this is a
This is
Revenant,
when Joe gets
like
murdered
a-
in the
like
murder
a-
house. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
maybe this is a revenant ghost type of situation,
Mm,
like a leftover vengeful spirit situation. Okay.
okay.
So as you go through the house, since you went through the house,
Okay. Big house.
Big house.
Okay, so which rooms are bloody?
okay, it's all the rooms.
That is a solid ass house.
This room is bloody.
Anything that has a bed.
This room is bloody. This room is bloody, and this room is bloody.
But not the double beds.
Not the double beds.
The twins did it.
Well, we already know who did it.
And where's the front door we came in?
The front door you came in is actually right here.
With the
Okay.
two beds in it?
Look, this is a random generated map.
Okay, can
Like,
we,
I would say they
can we
came
put a
in
mark
here.
on the bloodies like here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Well, hold on. He's got a red marker.
do we want to marker it?
I don't care.
All right, give it.
You can reprint it.
Yeah.
Alright.
So as that we are basically like
So you said it was here,
There.
here,
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and here, or
Or this middle room.
the middle
Yeah.
one.
okay.
Oh, so we'll be game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
So as that we are basically just like looking around, and I just want to kind of sort of like what spells do I got that is useful? Okay, so did not detect any kind of creatures or anything. That I am basically just going to pop a pass without a trace on us, just in case.
Okay.
So does
And
that doesn't turn us invisible. It
No,
just
as long
it's
as
just
you're within,
plus
as
two.
long as you're
You
within
just
30
see,
feet
like,
of
the
Jolan,
shadows
you
start
have plus 10
to-
stealth.
your form kind of desaturates a bit, and you see the shadows start to cling.
You start to look like bookshelves.
Yeah. But as y'all are doing that, I'm going to go to Hewitt.
Bunedict, sir.
date.
I'm going to go to Bunedict. And as you're walking around town, and this is the inn in the tavern. It's the two of the same thing, it's just a little dinky thing. We get stuff from Elysium, and we get stuff from the Picard winery.
My good sir, I live in the woods most of my life. This is a palace.
No, don't You don't have to tempt me like that. I'm very sorry.
Would you like to get a glass of wine?
Look,
Who's blunt now, buddy boy? Oh.
Nothing wrong with
Sure, why not?
nothing wrong with a one-day drink. We could get mimosas if you want instead.
you know what? The Picard Winery has a great mead. You will, I think,
The
enjoy it.
Picard Winery.
The Picard Winery.
Is that one of the last generations?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's current or last generation. Or
maybe the
Shame.
next.
Shame.
Next.
Hey.
I might be partial to the Janeway Brewery. But I
I
will
don't know
accept
what that
anything
is.
unless it's Kirk.
Anyway, here's the tavern, and he walks you in, and
Is there still a hand on the hip?
Yeah,
Going to... How tall is the mayor?
he's about a little bit shorter than you.
Going to have my ears dip down. Because, I mean, I'm just... okay, I should say the tip of my ears is 6 foot.
God.
Like from your head, he's a little bit shorter.
So the mayor's like 5'4"?
I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
like
he's a
5'.
short king. What are you fucking judging him for?
I'm not judging. I'm just trying to make sure because my
You
buddy
said
boys.
he was a tall beefcake.
Yeah, you gave
Oh,
me
he-
that. You did give me the idea
Yeah.
that all of a sudden
Okay,
this
he
tall
could be a-
dad bod of D&D Majesty walked out, and my buddy just went.
Okay. He is a 6'4" Chad, Giga Chad,
Oh,
big
No,
Chad.
you know what? I want a soft boy.
Okay. He's
You have a 6'4" or 0 fail on your head.
No. I have a 6'4". I have a 6'4" Sig from Full Metal
There
Alchemist.
you go.
okay. So
You got a little tummy. I can rub it for good luck.
anyway, he walks you into the tavern, and y'all find a place to sit, and he orders
Judge me, I'm a
y'all.
size queen.
I ship it.
He actually orders you a special mead from the Picard Meadery. As you taste
Is it the Geordie?
Is it the Earl Grey?
Is it the Riker?
I hate all of you.
Is it the Data? Wait.
Wait, no, that would actually be Okay,
It's
Chris.
the Wesley.
No! Because we can't tell Mead to shut up. Chris, you and I have to make a data mead now.
Oh god. Okay,
It's
so
informative and delicious.
it's a fucking blackberry mead, you fucker.
So it's cute.
I hate this.
We'll drink Q. I'll drink Q all day.
We'll fry you.
Okay, so y'all
Hell,
sit down.
I'll drink Worf.
Y'all sit down and start drinking. And
So-
he's like, I'm very sorry.
No,
There's
no,
so
no,
much
no,
going on
my
right
dear,
now.
my dear. You don't have to explain them. The church comes in, the church does what it does. You are a busy man trying to run a whole
Well-
town.
Well, the people from the priests from Meldred are actually trying to help us out with another problem that we've been
What problem do you have that they're trying to solve?
there is some sort of Navia.
Novia?
What's the word? Spirit, undead spirit
Okay.
in the town, and they've been.
Well, hold on, dearest. There's a spirit roaming through town? I mean, I'm assuming it's not odd. I lived in the Feywild all my life. You know what I met? I met satyrs who ran around looking like they could hump everything. And they did, so you got in a tree, and that was just the day of life.
Well, honestly, that sounds a little bit better than this. but
Yes, I'm assuming because they're not undead, them you could at least be like, no, and smack, and they would be very upset and go to the next thing they could go to. With their divining rod and all.
Yes, but it's
Don't
just
judge me.
been.
I'm not judging you.
I'm not judging.
Yeah,
I love the gay boys.
I'm not judging.
you can judge all you want.
Shut up, preacher.
Fucking priest has a problem, of course. Catholics.
The mayor's not young enough. The mayor's not young enough.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus! I'm gone.
All right, we ran the DM off. We won, everybody. We just survived the domain of dread.
Okay.
But my dearest, look at me.
Look.
What is this spirit doing? Is it just a way of life, or is it new?
It's been terrorizing the outside hamlets for a little bit. It started to make its way in, and then...
Hold on. I'm very sorry, my dearest. But is the house I just asked you to let me stay in within that area? Is it in the hamlets?
I mean, it's outside of town, if you call that part of the hamlet. But
would that be where this thing was?
I mean, at this point, it is pretty much anywhere in town it wants to be. We cannot really ascertain where it's at.
That's so tough. It has to be hard on you.
Yes.
Look, I know there's a feast happening this evening. Do you have to be there?
I mean, no one has to be there unless you want to pick up your order. I mean, I had a butter roast coming.
I'm just asking, do you have to be there for it to actually happen?
No.
Love. No? You don't? It just happens?
Yeah, it just happens.
Who has to be there for it to happen?
Just the execution.
Fuck, I wish I had message. I so wish I had message. My dearest, that is so tough. You have to make so many tough decisions as the speaker.
God damn it, you.
I'm just gonna reach one fluffy paw over and put it on his hand.
Oh my god.
At first, he's like, "What the fuck?" Ooh.
Poor touch star boy.
No, it's like the fur. He's like,
I'm sorry, dearest. It is different.
You are now becoming a fidget toy.
No, I'm about to become a fucking furry love object. I'm sorry.
"Oh no."
I'm so sorry. That's tough.
Oh, no, it's part of being speaker.
Right
now,
the priest from Mildred
Mildreda, yes.
have to experience this as well?
Oh no, the priests from Mildred are fucking assholes.
Oh, well, then fuck them. Then I was going to try to be nice. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm not going to lie. I am an honest bunny. I was going to try to be nice to them to impress you.
Oh, well, you don't have to do that.
I feel I do. Look at you.
Well, don't flatter me like this.
I don't have to. Look at you. There is nothing flat about any of that. You're built like a brick shithouse.
Is that a compliment?
With shoulders so broad to bear the weight.
The other patrons in the tavern are like,
Shut up, all of you! I'm flirting!
Other ones are like, damn.
get it, Springer, get it!
Oh, he gets
I'm gonna operate on it, you can be assured!
Oh, he's going to get railed really hard tonight. Anyway, he's like, oh, well,
No, I'm gonna get burrowed.
Okay, look, they come here, they talk a big game, but they get the big. They try to confront the fucking Navia, and then they get nearly disemboweled. They lose 2 men. Other ones in our fucking.
Oh, so you're telling me they're incompetent? Just like men of the cloth, they walk in acting like they know what's best for everyone.
And then I have people
based
from
on
Mildred.
dead man's words.
I have people from Tyrannic coming to talk to me, and they all tell me, "Oh, I can help you."
Look,
no.
dearest one.
It is a very big conundrum.
It is, but here's the thing, dearest one. You know what I would really love to go with you to? The feast. Hand in hand. Do you think you could do that with me?
I mean, if you want to go to
But I'll be honest. I'm quite tired from traveling. Could we put it off one day?
Give me a persuasion check.
Advantage from all the flattery.
Do I get advantage for being a cock tease?
He had a natural 1. Go ahead.
Oh! Okay,
Okay, so that's a 7. I'm getting rid of you. That is a 14 plus... That's a 17 on persuasion. What's one day? What's one day, dearest? You and I could have fun tonight. And then we'll call it brunch. Early brunch mimosas and penitent for everyone?
It's a rather full thing of me, and he just goes,
You all need to thank me for this. I am about to fuck the bear of this town to give you extra time to solve the problem.
let me talk to the executioner, and he gets up.
Dearest, where do you want me to wait? Here?
Go to my my
your
house.
chambers.
Go to my chambers, okay?
I'll make sure I'm wearing something nice.
Oh, I got something nice in there. Don't worry.
Oh, hardly be wearing anything.
It made a comeback, and it's even better.
Let me go
You
speak
did this
to
to
the
me, Chris.
I
You're
love
welcome, bitch. I will be the fucking rabbit that is your Meldred.
I am loving every bit of this.
You're welcome.
As he goes off and
Fun fact, I think my character's the first one to get laid in a TVA game in an actual stream.
We bow.
where are you going?
Okay.
He's going to the mayor's bedroom as well. But I need to know. All of a sudden, you see Bunedict there. Go away! This is private.
So I had a question for the.
I'm wearing the Vipera thong.
So I wanted to ask him if there have been any
Bunny
other
boys, I can have a bunny boy.
murders in the surrounding areas or towns lately.
Well, yes, there
More
were.
than usual. A lot more.
I mean, there's been some sort of novia skulking around, but this is the first actual murder that's happened in a very long time.
Not like a spirit or some kind of ghost.
It's some sort of undead ghost or specter. I guess that's what it would be in your tongue. But novia is the nympho. Nympho is spirit. Novia is.
Nympho is a spirit.
You are the embodiment of Nympho.
Are you sure it's a spirit, not a mood?
It's a whole species.
Is it
I
possible
can't find a
for
way to
this
contact y'all.
entity to take possession of someone?
It is.
I got it. No book. I got it. I got it.
It is. I mean,
No.
spirits do
I
take
do.
control of
I
people,
got
but
this.
this person confessed if that's what you're trying to say.
Oh shit, I'm a bear trying to fuck
I think there's more going on here. I'm gonna look further into it.
Your bunny's
Very
fucking
well.
water.
I'm very sorry to say I must go
No,
about
I'm
my.
Yes, of course. But if I come back with proof,
Go to the speaker or go to the guard council and they shall help you.
okay, I will do my best to get this resolved before such situations. I'm headed to the farmhouse with the acting character.
Okay.
Carry me,
She's like,
because she flies a whole lot faster than I can run.
and the fucking executioner's like, oh my goodness, that seems very hot.
I'm gonna, as I'm leaving the bar, I'm gonna send a child to find the big devil woman. I don't know. Jolan doesn't stand out. There's a big blue winged tiefling. There is
Blue
a blue devil.
halfling with just like a wolf cowl on.
You do not stand out as much as the individual that has
Okay.
fucking wings.
Okay, so as that's happening, as you're going towards the Striga farmhouse, like, you see a kid like, hey, like trying to flag you down a little bit, flag you down.
Yeah. Okay.
It's your book.
Drop down there.
I'm looking for big devil woman.
Big devil woman.
Horns, apparently.
Blue skin.
Who's
Blue,
in?
I guess, yes.
I like how this music is what I'm apparently fucking to.
I don't know where they're at.
No, you're not fucking in. He hasn't come back. excuse
Oh,
for
we
you.
are, and I know this playlist isn't going to
What
change.
message do you have for them?
What message did you give the kid?
Gone to the mayor. All's going well. You have enough time to sleep. Enjoy. I'm figuring everybody's smart enough to figure that shit
Don't
out.
wait up.
Gone to
You're
the
all
mayor?
right.
You have enough time to sleep. Everything is going well. Hootenanny. I added that last part. It's a funny word.
You know what? No, we just hold on. We just went red again. We just went red.
Oh, no.
No, please tell me we didn't get Hootenanny missed.
Oh.
No.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
Internet
no.
connection.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay, we're back to green. So go ahead and say that again, Chris.
Hootenanny.
Hootenanny. Say the whole thing just in case.
Oh,
We're
God.
ready again. We gotta wait. We gotta wait for it to stabilize.
It's all your fault, Hewitt. Trying to fuck the speaker.
Don't blame me for what the heart wants.
Are you sure you're not a
The
bot?
heart?
The heart and the heart want.
So, well,
Look,
Dean's
you're so lucky there's not deer people. Okay, I could play a furbolg that is more deer-like and just go, I'm a heart.
Ah.
And I got a heart on.
Ah.
If I ever play a furbolg bard, no, I'm sorry. I'm playing the himbo. I didn't realize I was playing the himbo until I looked down at my intelligence being 0. I was like, oh, my charisma is 0, so I'm an asshole.
I think it's a given that all bunny boys, unless they're older, are himbo. Yes.
Shut up! Just because everyone else can get a bunny boy doesn't mean I can't have one. Yes, I'm a Vipera. Yes, Fran is in my distant family tree. Yes, we fight in lingerie. Piss off.
See, this is why we need to get Hewitt into FF14 because...
So I'm trolling people and yelling obscenities on the internet? That's...
Okay, so we're good?
What am I, Ron
Are
Paul?
we?
Yeah.
This is what the bunny said. Hello, doggy.
Doggy's sitting there scratching, making thumps.
That's your leg.
All is well.
That's the keeper's. That is the
Honestly,
keeper's leg.
We have time to sleep.
I'm over here going,
Something about the
Speaker,
speaker.
Things are going well.
Things are going well with Speaker Hootenanny, and you have more time to sleep.
We
Are
have
you
more
tired? Do you need house?
time.
There's house that way.
Is that the one I was headed to?
No.
Yeah.
It's
that's the
his house.
Airbnb.
I'll keep
It's
it in
on.
mind.
It's on Verbo.
I'm investigating. So
It has 2 bedrooms, sleeps 8.
thank you for the message. When I see
Give it
them,
to
I'll-
scary.
It has
Give it to
Subway
scary
town
lady that
bathroom.
with the horns. Yes.
Yes,
I saw her. She was like, woo. And
Yes, of course, I'll go woo.
Yeah, she's terrifying.
she is
I
very
had the
terrifying.
daisy chain, so from way down there it would look.
Hold on.
Near
Does the
side
daisy
kills.
chain do this, or does the daisy chain do this?
The daisy chains were like draped.
Okay, so they do. I'm going to say, my headcanon is you wrap them around your horns, and so they're spectacular.
Okay, so you're heading to the house as y'all are investigating.
Yeah.
You
We're gonna
come up.
die.
You come up to
did
the house
right.
and you notice the door's already open.
I'm not gonna be quiet about showing up either. Just the whole statue's boom.
You just hear, y'all just hear.
Apparently there's a transformer, bitches!
I would assume that we
Optimus
were
Prime
like,
just rolled up in
Yeah.
this
which
bitch's
door did
cart.
we came in? We came in
Y'all
this
came
door.
into this door.
So I don't even know where
in the
we were
middle
at
of
this
the room.
point, but like coming back to wherever we heard that.
Yeah.
mess.
So you
It's
come
like-
into the door, and you're fucking. Are you just like sending your fucking?
Can she even fit?
You're 12 foot tall, thick as
She's
fuck.
just like going to the door.
Fetish statue mama in. Just she, Lady Delescu goes up in this building.
Dimitrescu.
Your big vampire mama statue just walks up in here.
Vampire Mama statue.
I mean, she might be able to make it to the door.
Not the thighs though.
I wouldn't gonna.
Stuck at the hips.
I mean,
Okay,
Okay,
wait.
that's
So
it.
she's gonna stay outside.
For the time being.
Okay, so she's staying outside. You walk in. Y'all notice him there.
Oh.
She wiggles through.
So this is where you guys. Okay, good. We're all. somewhat on the same page.
Where have you
Also,
been?
Where have you been?
Interviewing the prisoner.
Okay, good.
Good.
What now?
Where did
So
you find out?
I got two things. So first, a message from our bunny boy.
Oh, good. How's it going with the mayor?
Apparently it's going really well. He's bought us some time.
Great.
Great.
I'm happy for him, truly.
A hoot nanny.
Yes.
I know what that means.
I'm useful and gain more friend points.
I know what that
Yes.
means. So, what did you get out of
All of a sudden,
I
Big
don't
Bunny
know.
leans in for the meta dodge. Hoot nanny means
You don't think you did it?
No,
On his
but
free
I wanted
will?
to ask you, when you shot the bunny boy with the arrow, did you feel like was you doing it or something else, and you were just in the back seat?
You were in the back seat, and it almost felt like a dream to you.
It almost felt like a dream to me that, it just felt like that. I was just like reliving that time of me overcome with sanity or something. But
Very similar to what the prisoner was saying.
Right, and then that, not
So-
to mention then that I kind of did mumble that earlier, but it had just fell on deaf ears.
So I also found out. I don't think he did it. I think he was possessed. I also found out there's this naughty natty thing that's kind of spirit that's been wandering through the area.
Oh yes,
and it's
big
been
blue
causing
people.
Issues.
Not me. It's me.
the Navi.
Then that he,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and then
All of a sudden,
Scout.
Big Blue, you're trying to always see the nipples. Sigourney Weaver shows up.
So
We love Sigourney though. Don't hate
No,
Sigourney.
she never became a Navi though. So
so
She was happy.
so then that basically that Bunedict had bought us time, and that we had found bloody rooms, but other than that,
I mean, bloody rooms make sense.
We
well, was
did-
there?
Murder
So let's go back to the night where you were taking over. Was
Last
there
night.
any- Yeah.
that
there
it
any
was
similar
basically that.
feelings?
It was basically feelings of just like, I forgot exactly what was said.
I remember it got cold.
It had got cold.
Got cool too.
And then that I don't recall
Where?
what was said, but it was something about like that I will pay for my sins or something like that.
You
I mean, if you want to do a confessional, that's fine. We can do that.
No,
Business.
no, as in that whenever I was possessed, I
Yeah.
think I said that.
All jokes aside, let's go to the room where I got cold. We need to find this thing.
Is there a particular
Go
room that
to
just
the
kind
room
of
where it
all
happened,
over
the
the
room
place?
do an
where it happened.
investigation check.
Alright.
Okay.
18 on the die.
18 on
10.
10.
21.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a 5 on a die. I'm not gonna bother.
Okay, so this is what I'll say for each of you. 5. You go into this room and you find a charm. It looks like a little onyx charm. It looks like a naked lady.
Cute.
You got a naked lady pen.
you got a trucker mudflap lady necklace.
You go into this one and you find an old jade figurine, but that's about it.
Does it look like a sad elephant that got killed in a tunnel?
No.
What's the figure of?
It's like a little dragon.
At least you didn't
Old
get
jade
jade
dragon.
piece.
I am going to take that.
That's the only thing that really stands out. Everything else is kind of like rustic looking. You walk into this room,
Okay,
this
one of the
bloody
rooms.
room, and you see blood splatter here on the bed, but you notice a blood mark going under the bed.
Gonna pull my scythe. I'm assuming I can hear them rummaging around.
Yeah, they're just rummaging around and quietly pocketing things.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
pull my scythe,
As they loot the house.
and I'm going to make sure that I have. Okay,
I only grabbed it because
I-
that Jade Dragon might be.
I didn't specify in Hewitt's game except that I had a holy symbol like braided into my hair.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
But then when I played Vipera in our level 20 I had marked her up with a few more, like
Okay.
copies of Holy Symbol. What will you allow me to have for this campaign?
Like
Because I had 4 was what I wanted. 1 on the side, 1 on the whip, 1 on my rapier, and
I'll
the
say-
hairpin.
I'll say that you have all of those 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna make sure that the one that's...
Like, I'm pretty lenient when it comes to casting. Unless you're, like, bound, then...
Yeah,
Unless you don't have mustard seed for Eye of Newt.
so the one on my scythe, make sure that it's dangling free.
Yeah.
And just kind of standing back and calling out as I do so, back bedroom! And just, like, stretch the scythe under the bed with a holy symbol.
As you put it under the bed with the holy symbol, you hear... You hear, like, something move and spin a little bit. As
You done found the
honestly,
monster
like,
under
as
the
you
bed.
poke something.
You found Mr. Bump, the monster under the bed.
I'm going to not move,
Coming.
and let's see.
I love it when people in D&D just get super paranoid of things.
It looks like a horse. No, I said that. That was the scariest thing I said all of my campaign. Is it looks like a horse, and the rest of you freaked out.
You're talking to the horse girl here now.
Yes, you love the equines, and I made you doubt it. It's a mimic with
Alright.
2 legs
So I can't.
or 4 legs.
With
Yeah.
dark vision, if I lean down enough to get line of sight, can I see anything under the bed?
Yeah, so you see your scythe under there, and you also see a knife right next to it, bloodied.
They are
So the
piss
the
poor
knife.
investigators, aren't they?
Just the knife.
Just a knife.
I'm gonna use the scythe to kind
She's
of
the one that rolled
bump it out.
Yeah.
To be fair,
Yeah, you get
Nothing
a...
happens.
y'all just stealing like.
You got me
kids'
so
toys.
paranoid right now. Okay, so I've got the knife.
As you grip it,
I'm not gonna pick it up yet.
okay,
I've got it out from under the bed though.
okay.
So
it's
anything
sitting
else
there.
under the bed?
No. Nothing under the bed.
Okay. Can I sense anything about the knife?
What kind of...
remnants of undead? Any
Give me an Arcana
Match.
check.
anything?
Wait, hold on. Is she a cleric?
She is a
She could
cleric.
probably roll religion.
Or religion if you want.
I mean, either way, it's a
Not
20 on the
not-
die.
Not decide.
20 on the
Oh,
die.
nat
Nat
20?
20?
Behold!
Sorry,
Confirm.
sorry, I was trying to.
Confirm.
The beautiful
Yeah.
tiny baby.
Hey,
It is an X20.
So, as you're looking at the knife,
20 on initiative. Kicking ass.
Huh?
you're looking at it, and you're looking at the blade, this blade that is covered in coagulated blood. And you're sitting there, you're not quite making it out at first. And then it's like a fright. Like as if you suddenly see something in the forest.
You found
And
Bigfoot.
well, it's like if you've ever been out in the woods and then you see something frightening.
I live in the woods, happens to me on the daily.
Yeah.
Is that a moose? No.
Nope,
You
it's just
see-
a big ass coyote.
You see these runes sprawled, barely visible
Through the blood or in the blood?
through the blood. Inscribed in the
Oh,
knife.
Shit.
Okay.
Because you're being
Can I
effective.
can I make them out? Like what they say? Just runes.
Yeah, it just looks... Well, what are your languages?
I got common, infernal, and undercommon.
You can't make it out.
Damn it.
Fuck, somebody needed
Alright,
this.
I'm gonna... With the 20, does it look like it's gonna hurt me if I pick it up?
Probably not.
Why is that a probably? Good God.
That's the okay. Indifferent is the best tone for a DM.
Alright, I'm gonna wait
Maybe.
until these two at least get near the room.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna pick this up, and if I go bad, fucking kill me.
Okay.
Or otherwise,
I
get
like
away
that.
from me.
I love it. Okay, yeah.
Y'all are over here having this intense moment on the other side. Don't you want me to?
All right, so I'm still holding Scythe here, kind of braced it.
Yeah.
Wait, that instead of that you touching it, then that you just see.
You've already
this,
been possessed once. Let's see
no,
what's...
no. Let me finish. Then that it's gonna be like I cast Mage Hand because I'm a Swarm Keeper, and then that I pick it up.
Yeah, she's resistant to it.
Comes up, just floating there.
Wait, is it just surrounded by fireflies? That is scary shit. Just fireflies with a knife.
Okay.
So let's take it. I'm assuming there's like a wash basin or something somewhere in this house.
Yeah, you can wash it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Where'd you find this?
We need to see the runes. It was under the bed.
Yeah. That. Anything that Druidic and Halfling recognize.
I'm not there.
Druidic and Halfling, what do you know?
Common, Celestial, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Nothing?
None.
None.
Oh.
God, we're dead. Yes, please.
Good.
Since I'm not here, I will be the barmaid. Anybody else need water, soda?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
What is
You
your
guys handle the
beverage?
knife? I'm gonna go look
Yeah.
under the bed. Finish investigating that
Wait,
room.
did you say yes to that or yes to beverage?
No. I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
What?
Unless you want me to deal with the knife and you guys finish looking through the rooms.
No. I think something's up with the knife. We know that there's a possessing something or other running around. No more separating. Now that we've got spooky knife, now that we've got underbedness.
I was kind of hoping stuff would go down and I just have thunder clap, just smash the roof and
Will we not
Dig
destroy
into
the
the
house that we rented for the night?
Yeah.
Okay. You're
you
looking
just,
under the
you
bed?
just hear something outside. Oh.
You're looking under the bed.
Okay,
I'm
so
looking,
as
I'm
y'all
looking
are...
too, but like... He wanted lead on this, so I'm just
Well,
like...
give me an investigation if you're looking under the bed.
Yeah.
Just like... I'm happy with the knife. Like, I don't wanna fuck with this no more.
17.
You don't see anything under the bed.
Was there anything else?
Knife, blood.
Okay. Nothing else.
All right.
Right. So, here's the thing. I don't think we need to go walking through town with a bloody knife.
No.
No.
I think it would be enough that it's a knife with runes that we can read, and we found it in the house where the murder happened. So let's clean it off so that the runes are more visible,
Yes.
and then we can take it from there. So finding a wash basin to clean the knife.
Yeah, you're able to find the wash basin pretty easily and
Right.
clean it off.
Mage hand still holding it.
Yeah.
Alright. So once it's cleaned off, do you want to keep holding it in the mage hand or
Like
grabbing like a platter or something from the cabinet?
just setting it down on that, and then as I set it down, then that that those two priest guys, they didn't give me a good feeling.
Priest guys?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, that they were behind the speaker. Then that they kept on giving us like daggers.
Speaker.
The mayor.
Speak of mayor.
Y'all met the mayor already?
Yes. That's where Friendo is.
So I'm gonna look out to see if I can spot somebody outside or anything.
Give me a perception.
Wouldn't Thunderclap
21.
know if we were
21.
being watched?
You do notice the mayor talking with the executioner, and he's also talking with the
out
the
here
two-
on the edge of town.
No, like the
It's not
Striga
hard.
farmhouse.
You can see in the center of town. This town is not.
Like, it's not huge.
It's like you're on a
Okay.
hill.
The
and you can
Striga
see in
farmhouse
the center of
Okay.
is like right on the outside of town.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, like when y'all got into the main road where the thing was, where the sign was, that's like a main road. This leads to a side road.
Okay.
But you see very off in the distance, barely making out what is his name? Fuck. The mayor or the speaker, and also the it is like three people talking to each other. It's the speaker, it's the executioner, and it's the two people from Mildred
So
talking.
so basically with that role, could I tell like mannerisms, like people are acting angry, being like?
Well, you notice the two people. You notice the executioner and the speaker speaking rather calmly. You see much more aggressive posture from the people from Mildred.
I have
While
nothing but drama.
while Jolan is taking a look outside, I'm like, yeah, the these priests, they're wearing red tunics with a 3-headed dragon on the front, and they're from a place called Mildrida.
What's up?
I'd like to roll a religion check for the dragon thing, 3 heads.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see.
It is House Targaryen from Dragonstone.
Meta, I think that it's actually
9.
for the 3
Mm-hmm.
nymph,
I rolled a
hag, witch.
You roll a 9.
ladies.
You don't know.
Not a bad
It's not
idea.
going to me.
Okay,
Oh.
so here's the thing. I think that the Mildrida people are actually our executioner from the Taraka cards. She said the executioner was a dragon. But that means that the executioner is not the executioner. What if the executioner is the dungeon? You said you went into a dungeon to talk to the accused.
Somewhat.
Who was the innocent?
I don't think the accused is the innocent.
No.
Really?
Because it was through his body that the act happened.
That means tainted, touched. But the innocent might be the ghost girl that brought Bunnyman here, because she might be the ghost of the girl who died because the witches or nymphs or whatever didn't show up to help her when she was sick. The man whose ghost we've been seeing may be the Novia.
That makes
Where's the red
sense.
book? Where'd the red book go? I'm missing one.
That makes sense.
I'm missing a connection. Which one?
Illusionist.
The illusion. Wait, yeah. Who's
Don't
the
judge my
illusionist?
cheat book.
No, I am enjoying the processes right now.
I mean,
it's so
that-
good.
Oh, and then that those
It's
two.
wonderful,
What's up?
It's wonderful, right? It
Yeah,
releases
that-
those endorphins.
Yeah.
Don't you know
Well,
that
I
those
just
two
love
priest
hearing,
people
You
are
were worried
not
for
too
a minute,
happy
now
whenever
you're
that they're
fucking
speaking
solid,
to the
right?
speaker,
There
and
you
then
go.
at the
We're
executioner.
that far off?
Yes, the speaker might be the
No, he was
illusionist.
nervous before.
We don't
This is
have
gonna
that
be
much
great.
time because in that, I think then that they are getting a little bit antsy whenever they're speaking to the speaker and the executioner outside.
Okay.
Just
so,
only by mannerisms.
Wait. So it's to you that you're the one that got told. A couple of the priests that came got killed, disavowed.
Yes, y'all don't know that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. All we know is what we're seeing of the 2 Mildred priests that we saw when
And
you went off with the speaker and
Yes, and I
right
sent
now.
a lad to say y'all have more time because
Yes.
I have been buying more. My job is to buy time.
Yes.
you are
Right.
the functional bard for this campaign.
Toss a coin. No.
No.
Toss a coin to your bunny.
Let's get back to the issue at hand, the knife. Clean
Right.
it off, right?
It's cleaned off, and
We
whatever
can-
y'all want to do, y'all see the speaker in the middle of town talking with the executioner. There is a currently seems like a slowly dramatic conversation starting to brew right there.
All right, I'm gonna take the platter.
Am I going to be lying in bed all sexily while the mayor gets killed?
I'm gonna take the platter with the knife,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm going to go and fly over there and put an end to this.
okay.
And you two can follow or not as you see fit.
We are not a cohesive unit.
We're not.
We're not a cohesive unit.
Betrayal, dead.
Fucking somebody.
Uh,
Oh,
Okay.
you're about to mess that up.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I want
I said
to.
I
Okay,
ship
so
it,
what are
but
y'all
they're
two
gonna-
doing? Are y'all
I
stopping
am
this?
basically going to follow closely behind stealthily, just to see what's going on.
I think there's more here, but if you're both going and there's this
What
thing
more
that's
do you
already,
want? What more do you want to look for?
we have-
Murder weapon, ghost that
I
possesses
had-
people.
I
Don't
had-
tempt it.
I
The
had
voice of Meta,
basically tried.
does the murder weapon disprove the person about to be stewed?
No.
It's got runes that we can't read.
I had basically tried to detect creatures. I didn't see anything.
Do what you do.
Unless, of course, if you do...
I'm over here being sexy. You all do what you need to do.
Okay, let's see what y'all want to do real quick.
I'm going to stealthily follow behind whenever...
Okay, give me a stealth check. What are you doing?
With Pass Without a Trace is still up.
Okay. So you're hopping into the arms of your angel?
So that is...
Or your
17,
fairy right now,
27.
because I forgot to say...
Angel.
She doesn't have, like, angel wings. She has fairy wings right now.
You gave her butterfly.
I got a
She has
27 on
butterfly
that
wings.
stealth.
It's beautiful.
She's
Oh,
Thunderfly.
great. She's Tatiana now.
Yeah, she's Tatiana now.
I had got a 27 on that stealth. Because I still had Pass Without a Trace
Okay,
up.
so y'all two are flying towards there.
Yeah.
As they're going, they look, and you see the executioner and Rurik, the town speaker, look up and
That's
say,
his name, Rurik.
and then you see the
I understand
Meldrida.
him as-
You see the Meldrida priest like, "Whew," and they kind of go like that. And as you land, it's like he kind of you see Rurik like, don't, excuse me, I'm sorry, we're having a conversation. What is wrong?
In the house that's still bloody from the murders. We found this under one of the beds. It's
We
called
said that wasn't a deal breaker.
And you hear one of the Meldrida, like, it looks like the main guy. He's balding. He has like the
friar.
Yeah.
On. Yeah.
And he looks about in his 50s. He's like, that doesn't mean anything. He probably used that knife to kill people. And you see,
It has runes on it that were hidden, and I can't
you
read
see Rurik be like, Neta, yeah, fuck it. And he goes up and
Chris's
looks at it.
version of Slavic.
I am American.
Hold on, we could ask my wife to come in here and curse in Polish.
Okay. These runes, they're Sylvan.
You're being a fuckboy. Back off.
I'm just saying, you could find fuckboy.
We don't
Where did you find this knife?
under one of the bloody beds. And I don't mean bloody as in a curse. I mean blood. Blood everywhere.
The knife
Covered in
was
blood.
covered in
We
blood.
rinsed it
We cleaned
off so that we
So
could...
wait, did
Try to
my
be-
guards not find this?
Apparently
No.
not. I can show you exactly which bed it was under. I can show you the blood spatter that led me to it.
He looks over at Didron.
Darden.
The executioner?
Yeah. Put the execution on hold for a minute. I need to investigate something.
Wasn't that the whole point that I sent my boy for?
He's got
No,
more of an excuse now.
indefinitely.
Oh, thank you. Pausing. Stop.
Yeah.
We need to investigate something. And you hear the Meldrida like, what does this even have to do with what we're talking? Shut the fuck up.
Okay,
We
now I
have-
have
Oh, I am loving my boy more and more here. He
I
telling
have
the
one more-
church to fuck off.
one more intuition for you as you go to investigate this. And are you finally walking up?
I had just appeared from just behind the tree or something.
My friend Jolan here was possessed by a ghost on the road a few nights ago. Last night, in fact.
Were y'all in Shivani?
Yes.
Outside Shivani, yeah.
Yeah, it gets kind of weird
Okay,
in that area.
but-
But that's a ghost.
That's
But-
a dicey neighborhood.
Excuse me, preacher, you were
Yes.
saying something about the confession that you got from the accused.
So, the stories, the possession times line up, match up to similar experiences. But we also know that you're dealing with a spirit causing issues. I believe it's possible the spirit might have possessed this young man and forced him to do that.
The similarities are too much to discount.
Yes.
Out of hand.
So, I agree with you. I think there's more here.
And if the only chance at redemption for an individual is to gift their flesh to the townsfolk, who wouldn't take that option if they thought it was the only option they had? You ought to give the man a chance.
We will call off the gold spot for now. Why wasn't I told about this? And he looks at his executioner. He's like, I was only told what I was told.
Who had
I
told
was
you?
not the interrogator.
Who was the interrogator?
People in my town guard.
Town guard names.
They need to be interrogated.
That's not our place, Jolan. What do the runes say?
It's... Do not touch that knife.
Oh, that's why it's on the tray. But what do they say?
She'll
It
put the
is
knife
a
on
way-
cheese platter.
It is a way to take away your sense of autonomy.
I'm gonna just put the tray in his hands and walk away. I'm done.
You
Wait,
hear...
so, wait, hold on. The speaker can speak Sylvan?
Yeah.
Are we about the tree fuck? This is gonna sound like roots moving through the soil.
The two other priests are there, right?
Yeah.
The Red Tavern and Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi, how are you? I hear you guys have been looking into this spirit of sorts.
Yes.
You had any luck in
No.
tracking it down? Nothing?
No.
You haven't found any information?
Not for you.
Nothing, huh?
You just hear the speaker like, oh, for fuck's sake, just meet us at meet me at the speaker's place if you want to hear about. Fuck me.
Nope, not yet.
He just walks off towards the speaker or towards his house, which is a giant manor you see off in the distance.
I want to go back to the caravan
Okay.
for a minute and find the matron.
Okay.
Just poke my head in her cart. Say, amazing what you can do when you stick your neck out. And go back to the house and start cleaning.
You just
From
hear
out in the middle of nowhere. Bitch!
what? Like you do that real quick, and she cocks her head, and you walk away too quick,
Yeah.
but you hear, oh, very, very clever.
So, I know the Holy Man. That's gonna bother a creature. I'd like to roll another religion check on it, if you'll let me.
On which holy man?
The guys, the red, just kind of scoffed at him.
What are you rolling for again? I'm sorry.
Religion. What religion they are?
Okay, go ahead.
It's just gonna keep bothering them. It's like, oh, I can't remember the name of that actor.
I
in
want
that
to do
movie.
an insight check before we go to the speaker's house.
Let's see, religion 6.
Plus 4.
That's 2 3s.
That's
On 2
16.
different dice.
They seem to be eyeing y'all up and
I
down.
got a plus 6.
Like, as
Just-
sorry.
Just they don't like y'all. it
Oh,
seems.
we noticed.
No one likes us.
That
We fuck shit up.
But the speaker
Aw,
loves
poor
you.
bunny boy.
No, this is talking about the people from Mildrida.
I'm just saying, the Meldrida folks don't like you.
up and just infernal to Vipera.
Oh
just,
no, I've gone, bro.
Yeah. So
I let out.
you don't really like. I mean, you know that people worship the coven here, but you don't really know what they're all about. They look like clerics, but they have on this like weird dragon sigil.
It's like it's on the tip of my mind. I just can't
Yeah. Yeah.
remember.
But anyway, y'all make yourselves. Y'all start to head to the speaker's house, and that is where we're going to end tonight.
Ooh.
Because I realize it's like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was,
this has been amazing.
This has been amazing.
Like, I hope y'all have been enjoying this. This has been
fuck yeah.
a really fun game.
Oh, this is dope.
Oh, this is dope.
I did not have the personality of Bunedict solidified before this.
And now
fucking-
he's set in stone.
Oh no, this dude's a hoe. So while we're closing down, we're about to switch into what for the next couple months will be our normal TBA schedule. On Sundays, we'll be streaming Ties That Bind Into the Wood Part 2. Mondays, we will continue with Holy Winds. And Thursdays we will have Tears of Kairos, DM by Neysa. So we will just put this in there so you can use it for her, I guess. So that's going to be our next schedule for at least the next 2 months. Tuesdays will be up in the air with occasional game streams and other things. NinjaSpence will be doing some interviews. My wife and I were the first two, and we will be moving on to the other ones here soon, which I look forward to. So that's what's upcoming, and we have probably a couple of one-shots. I know that I want to run Stone Crows, and somebody mentioned something about another Grant Howitt game. I think maybe a Honey Heist. But we will get to that when it happens. So that's the schedule for this point. But we will also be let's see. Chris, open the door so I can hide here real quick because I'm about to yell something.
Right.
Social media goblin.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
Gobbo.
Let me put this mug right here.
Muggo.
Is she responding?
No,
No.
she's not. She probably ignored you.
Yeah.
Or she's
My
sleeping.
wife is the matron of social media for us. If there's anything on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube that says
Oh, thank you.
team bonus action, that's us. Keep an eye out because in May tentatively in May we got another social media or not social another donation / charity event going on, and there may be one between that and our normal November.
Oh, a midsummer something too?
There might be a midsummer. I don't know. There's a
There's a
Extra Life does stuff in the summer. But there's a big May one, and then there is the November one. So we have those coming up. Keep an eye out. Keep an ear out. And since Knox is not here because he's in Lafayette, everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Don't
let your meat loaf.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. See y'all next stream.
I'm gonna kill him next stream.
Hey!
What?
Damn it! No, not before I get my.
you